I am sure sports. You know me there. I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over your son.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Good morning and welcome to, good afternoon and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, Manning's Man. Clap your hands, all you people, and shout unto God with a voice of triumph. Yeah, clap your hands, all you people, shout unto God with a voice of triumph. It is the day that the Lord has made. People, let us rejoice and be glad in it. How great is our God and greatly to be praised. Let me give you the drum roll. Indeed, for all of the big man them out there on the stream so far. Man like Gunners Boss, Chorus. Yeah, Tony, top of the morning, top of the afternoon to you. Daphne, Jackson, blessings every time. Tom Stranger, Johnny Powell, big up to every single one of you. Yeah, how everybody doing? Can you hear me? Talk to me, people. Are you hearing it? I have some sound effects. Tell me if you're hearing the sound effect. Are you hearing it? Tell me if you're hearing the sound effect. You hearing it? Yes. Welcome. Big up everybody on the show. Yeah. All right. Loud and clear and loud. Having some fun time on this very, very good Friday. Again, welcome to the platform. Want to encourage you to continue to be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Trust in the Lord with all your hearts and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. He is a strong tower, and the righteous can run to him and find safety in his arms. All right. Again, hope everybody is doing well. As usual, it is Super Friday. I have not been with you in a while. All right. So here's what I want you to do for me, please and thanks. I want you to subscribe to the platform. If you are not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to I Am Sure Sports. Secondly, make sure you share the video. Yes, make sure you share the video. All right. Right now, go ahead and share it to a couple of the persons in your contacts, right? Have you done that? All right. Now that you have shared the video, all right, take a couple of seconds and hit the like button so you like the video. All right. You have done that, then we are ready to go. All right. We are ready to go. Big up. All right. We have a lot to cover. A lot has happened since I was last here. Lot has been said, lot has been done. For those of you who don't know, seriously, that under 17 lost really affected me, right? And for that reason, I kind of took some time off, and yeah, kind of just reflected and just everything, and it was very very difficult for me. Sometimes when you have vested interest in terms of you're committed to the process, at some point you kind of volunteer to help in the process, and to see it come to not the way that it did, it was difficult. I know some of the sacrifices that were made by different persons at different points of the project as well. And so I understand that. I understand the pain and the agony of defeat and to be knocked out the way we were. And so we are going to cover some of that today. We're going to do it honest and open, and we're going to do it in a respectful way, right? But it has to be spoken about. It has long gone, so I've had time to reflect, to just think through, to make sure in all my discourse that I maintain a high level of integrity for every step in the process. All right. We're also going to talk about JPL. We're going to talk about the EPL as well. We're going to talk about the U20s that are the U20s are presently in Nicaragua. Again, we see a next youth tournament being played on Astro Surface, right? As they play over there in Nicaragua. We are going to be discussing that as well today. We also want to remind you about an event that is happening at Manning's and how you can support that event that is happening at the Manning School in the month of March. We have also to talk about what is happening with Cavaliers, as Lionel Messi and Inter Miami, they secured a 1-0 victory in the first leg of their game over Kansas City, which that indicates, or that is suggesting, that if the scoreline remain as is, then Inter Miami would be coming to Jamaica to play against Cavaliers. Whether or not Lionel Messi will be, a part of that contingent is yet to be known, but at least you'll have, his team out here in Jamaica playing. So we're going to talk about that and what ticket prices will look like for that. We're going to talk about some records that has been Mount Pleasant continue to be in the records book in the JPL, what Coach Theodore Whitmore, Davian Ferguson, and the rest of the staff there at Mount Pleasant have been able to accomplish this season. However, it is what we call Super Friday. So on Super Fridays, we ask our loyal subscribers, right? Subscribers to I Am Sure Sports, people who appreciate and respect the work that management is doing. We ask them to give a super sticker and a super chat to support the channel. All right. Your contributions and donation, as I've always said, they go directly towards improving the channel. You'd have seen that if you notice, there have been some very good changes made in terms of the quality, because we have made some adjustments, and we continue to do that. So we look forward to your super stickers and super chat. I want to see who first will give one. We'll also have a time when people will call in and give their views and opinion on and all things football. I want you to call in. We will accept your calls. We just ask, as usual, that don't get personal, right? Don't get personal with people stay away from the personal comments, but be free to share how you feel without getting personal. All right. So let's first of all get into some EPL action. Let's begin there. We're going to look at the EPL first. So let me share with you what is happening in the EPL. Let me just read some comments though. Ricardo Baggio, bless up. Mannings don't watch 100 points. Mount Pleasant will accumulate. One Cavaliers FC. All right. Cavaliers can have in their own difficulties right now, Baggio. So careful, you know. All right. Mannings, man, do you think Mount Pleasant will win the JPL this season? Of course. You mean, Tom Stranger? People don't realize that Mount Pleasant, because of how deep their squad is, the fact that they can bring in academy players. Like yesterday, like 6 of their regular starters didn't start, and they were just sitting in the stands, no injury or anything. They were just there recovering, right? Recovering, right? So that's big. You understand me? That they can do that. They also have 2 players that they have that have joined their club that we have not seen. Sean McFarlane made his first start. I don't want to get into it, but he made his first start at right back. So even Kyle Ming did not play in that game. Sulema Kala did not play. They have not yet even used Siobhan Walsh, who is, and they have been scoring a lot of goals. And many people believe that of the grouping of strikers that they have, that Siobhan Walsh is the best one, and he has not played yet. All right. Then they have Julie, I think the name is pronounced Johnson, the number 10, who plays for Real Hope, who they have his international transfer certificate, who is a part of it. They also had Clifford Thomas, who is rated as one of the top midfielders. He's a Haitian player that plays for Robin Hood, I believe. He plays for one of the teams who were also in the Champions League. Forgot the name of the team. But those 2 players have not kicked a ball yet, and they are available this season. So when you think about that, Devontae Campbell has been out. So it's Shaquan Davis didn't play. So they have the Jamai Topi is, I believe that when you see Jamai Topi again, you will be seeing the best Jamai Topi that you have ever seen played. Remember this. When you see him play again in the Mount Pleasant colors, you will be seeing the best Jamai Topi you have ever seen played. From his youth days, this is you're going to see. So it's a deep team, and I think some of the other teams are going to struggle a whole lot. All right. This one says, Country Life 09 says, remember the U17 boys are still children. We should not call up their names or make disparaging comments. No, I will not allow that, sir. All right. We will not do that. So my thumbnail has nothing to do with boys. So we'll get to it, right? Yeah. This man always support my channel, you know. He's one of those who, no matter what, and I always appreciate him. So let me just give out, you know, you don't know, whenever we get one of these, you know, what you want? You want this? People, we have whole for sound effects, you know. Which one you want? You want that sound effect? Or our next sound effect, you know? Which one of the sound effect you want? Tell me, you know. Which one you prefer, people? Or do you prefer this one? I don't know. So that's what the super. Tell me which one you prefer, you know, TY. But thank you so much for that first super chat of the day. Want 9 more? Where they have $1 or 2, we'd appreciate it. All right. Lots of these wins don't matter. Of course they matter, because winning is a habit as losing is. At the end of the day, let me just talk on the Mount Pleasant issue. Before I go to the EPL, I was going to go there. So let me begin. I believe, again, I believe like there has to be some award because this is now the league has changed. All right. So previously we'd have 2 legs, 2 rounds. Now we have 3 rounds. So teams will be playing 39 games. 39 games in the JPL. This is the first time we kind of having it. Could it be? Yeah, I think so. Because even when they had bigger group thing, we had like what they call cross zone games. I think there was a time when we had more teams in the JPL and they had cross zone games because they used to split them in zones. So I stand to be corrected on that. All right. So 39 games is a whole lot of games, which means that 3 9s is 18, right? So that's 108 points that is available. I think Mount Pleasant will end up on 90 points at the end of the season. And I think they're on track to score 100 goals, right? So I believe that is possible. So that is possible. I think though that this idea of the teams going in playoff, like the format, I have no problems with the going to a playoff. It creates a certain level of excitement. It's good. It brings in a lot of commercial revenue for the league. So that's very good because you have these exciting games. A team like we have seen with Harborview finish 6th can end up winning the overall championship. But I still believe if a team in a 39 game season can end up with 90 points, that there should still be the playoffs and a champion is crowned. But the team that finishes at the end of this with the most points should get the 3rd spot, automatic spot for the Jamaican team in the club championship, or even that team qualifies for the Shield. There has to be some reward, and if that is not going to be the case, I will say it again. It can't happen this season, but going ahead, they should do it if they keep the same format. If they are not going to do that, then what they will have to do is to give some financial incentives. Give some financial incentive. Give them some money, right? For doing that. So it pushes team to want to get there. All right. All right. So that's what I believe. Mindset Media. While I understand that the accumulation of points right now doesn't matter as long as you're in the playoff. All right. However, winning is a habit and losing is a habit. Right? Winning is a habit and losing is a habit. If you are constantly losing, it affects you. So therefore, there are benefits to Mount Pleasant winning. What it does for them is that it has allowed them to give more young players games. It has allowed them to use different formations. It has allowed them to make different adjustments in terms of pace and moments of the game. It now gives them the opportunity to even work on what they are going to do with set plays. And I think that is something they can look at for the rest of the season. What do we do on offensive corners on the right? What do we do on offensive corners on the left? What we do on defensive corner? How do we break out? Like yesterday, they left 3 players high. One wide left, one right, like on the flank for corner, one down the middle. So what that did, it pulled like 3 Chopperton players out of the attack completely, plus 1 covering. So now 5 Chopperton players are actually in their half defending against the 3 Mount Pleasant players. If you count, right, because you're counting the goalkeeper. So that means Mount Pleasant had numbers defending their set plays. Like all of those things you get to do because you're winning games and you can make these changes, like, right? So that is important. That is important. All right. Media set, Mindset Media. I see here also, I'm not going to remove this until I get one. Triple E said, could you expand on Topi? Man, because I think there has been, I think Topi has lost weight because he in his rehab, which is good, because I think and I know that he's going to feel like management has been very hard on him. Let me tell you this. Too much is given, much is expected. Like, this young man is was at one point primed to be one of the top center backs locally. He was ahead of Richard King and talent, but work ethic was missing. There was a lackadaisical attitude towards him. I think he has realized that people have gone ahead of him, and this time off, I think, has changed his mindset a whole lot, because there's no guarantee that he can start. But at his best, this youngster, well, I don't want to, this footballer, Jamai Topi, is probably one of the better players in terms of his technical ability to control, pass the ball in a team that builds out from the back. He's also a very smart defender in terms of he's not fast, but he knows where to be, so it limits the amount of running he has to do. And I am saying all of this, right? I'm saying all of this because this is like his last window. If when he comes back, he doesn't get up to speed, we're probably going to see him moving around clubs. And not, like, this is like, there are these moments in life where, like, if you don't take these moments, it's like it's over. It's over. It's like Asafa Powell in that last race that he ran, and he had to get the gold or the silver, because we knew that after that it was done. I think that is the place where Jamai Topi is at. This season, the rest of this season, when he steps on the field for the first time, it has to count. It cannot be like what we saw in the CONCACAF Club Championship. It has to go beyond that. And so I believe that this is the moment for him. So I think, like, Mobi, with their coaching changes, it will be interesting to see what happens on Monday, because on Monday in Montego Bay, Mount Pleasant will go down to Catherine Hall to face Mobi United, and that is going to be a very interesting game. In Mobi, I want to see, because Peart, who is the technical director, that's the next thing that we need to discuss, like Peart being the technical director and also the head of the coaching school. Is that a conflict of interest, right? And will that interfere with his role as the head of the coaching school, seeing that he is now fully fledged into the technical director role at Mobi United? And also, he is also still at Glenmuir. All right, how does that kind of, but I guess somebody will say, but Mr. Speed is also, well, he's the chair of the technical committee, and then, the people going to say that, so it is to find out what are the policies that govern these things. They will say, but Mr. Speed and Mr. Peart are the same thing. So if Peart can't do it, then why is Mr. That is going to be a conversation down the road. So Peart and Speed is going to probably be the next big debate about if one should not, then should the other be. Because Mr. Peart is now, I understand, technical director at Titchfield, technical director at Monroe, and he is a sporting director at Cavaliers and the head coach at Cavaliers. So how will that work out with Peart is a very meaningful conversation that will happen down the road. And I'd love to get some information on that, because I'm not sure what are the JFF policies concerning that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, all right. So, yeah. Peso, big up yourself, Peso. You need to call and tell me what's going on in Tier 2. Petersfield plays Brownstone FC. Yeah. All right. Peart is the best young coach. What do you mean young coach? Like coaching young people or young in terms of age? Is it young in terms of age? So Or is it young in terms of experience you speak of, Rob? And is he really a young coach? Because you have the Garvey Massey coach who is young. You have Miller at Mullines who is young. So how do you define young coach? Yeah, how do you define that? Let me take this one and then I'll go back to some of the Mount Pleasant. Let me take this comment. I have a question. Are there any other qualified coaches in Jamaica that can coach JPL team? Because it seems it's the same old coaches being recycled every time someone gets. Very, very good question. Very good question, boss. But boss, we have seen yeah. We have seen new coaches. The Mobile United coaches was new. Rudolph Austin is new. Harborview have a new set of coaches. Xavier Gilbert is fairly new in the league as well. Chapperton Maroons have a new coach. Dumby Holden have a new coach. Craig, well, Lenny Hyde is out there, so you would consider him to be new. Yeah. So, but Craig Butler is really taking up a team for the first time in the league, like in a serious way, though he was at Humble Lion at some point. So there are enough new coaches that have come into the league this season, I believe. I mean, some of them have been fired, but the new coaches have certainly come into the league this season. So I don't know. Remember, Henry was at Harborview. So I am not sure, Boss Thomas, if it is the, you know, it is your assessment is 100% accurate on this particular topic right here. Okay, you're saying that Peart is the best under 14 coach. Well, let's see. Hope this doesn't interfere with his role in that as well. So I think he's very good at that youth level. And you know, that's somewhere that he's supposed to probably stick and stay. I believe that our best coaches should be deployed at the younger age group. But Mount Pleasant is doing fantastic in terms of their league position. I don't know. They have only lost 2 games. They lost to Dumby Holden with 10 men, and they lost to Harborview with 10 men. So the 2 times they have lost, they played with 10 players, right? I know the Harborview game, and this topic came up because I think for 2 games, objects were thrown, and from the stands at Harborview. And I know people are going to say, well, why I'm doing this? Because it is important. Objects were thrown from the stands. One, I think a spectator hit a player with the ball. We have seen these incidents across the Premier League. When Mount Pleasant played, Joshua Anglin was hit with, because you know he was a former Harborview player. The report from the club is that he was hit with a stone from a spectator, right? And he responded verbally, and it was based on his verbal response or reaction to the spectator that the referee gave him a card. Now, I am not going to say that he should not have been carded because I don't know the exact words that were used. And the referee, there is within the laws of the game, you to be carded or red carded for those things. So I'm not defending Joshua Anglin. What I will say though is that when that happens, the team must be fined. If you play a game at Mount Pleasant and they are not able to properly secure the venue to the point where persons will not be hurt or harmed by spectators, players on the field, then the venue needs to be fined and put on some warning. And if it keep on occurring, then the venue needs to be suspended. I don't matter if it's at Draxall, the same measure must be taken because clubs must be able to control their spectators and manage what happens in their venue. So if it happens, you also can find the spectator, kick them out of the venue, and you must ban. Thank you, Sure Improvement. Thank you. The spectator must be banned from games and the club must be fined. You have to control your supporters, or your spectators, or your fans. Sure Improvement. You know that they have tried. Listen. So let me tell you this. Mount Pleasant, this is a good question, Sure Improvement. Big up yourself, beautiful lady. All right. So Mount Pleasant, seem like I'm all over the place, but all of this is around Mount Pleasant and the JPL anyway. So we're going to get to Cavaliers and we're going to get to Veer and Mr. Butler. We're going to talk about Military Goon and Mr. Butler because I understand from my sources in Tivoli that there was a next incident with Craig Butler and Military Goon at Tivoli at that game. And I need to give my views on it. All right. So I'm going to get to that. But Mount Pleasant did try this. When Vanny Clark was there, there was a major push effort to get that. But I think one of the issues that they were having is that ISA basically wanted them to make it into a public because private-led institutions don't participate in ISA schoolboy football. Right? So they are no private schools. They don't allow private schools. Mount Pleasant is presently private. They would have to be a public school. All right. What that means is that they would have to now allow for other kids to come to the school outside of them recruiting. In other words, when kids do PEP, they can be placed there. And that is going to be a problem for Mount Pleasant because Mount Pleasant, they operate a football academy that provides educational educational qualification. So the kids at Mount Pleasant, because they have Mount Pleasant have boys in the past who have done well, who matriculated into sixth form in other schools. So they do subjects. And the past, you remember that York Castle, they meet up, a lot of them meet up to the educational qualification to participate. So they do provide good educational, program outside of the football. The issue is they will have to accept other kids in the school, other boys in the school who may not be necessarily footballers. And that is going to be, I think, an issue. And one of the reasons why it has not been fully cleared by ISA. So I think, and here's the thing, when Mount Pleasant plays in the private school competition, they drop like 10 and 15. So it's not helping them. So they now have a lot of their players playing in the tier 2 system. So they play in the tier 2 with the Mount Pleasant Juniors and some say Brownstone FC. But the issue with the tier 2 is this year, I think the tier 2 is not properly organized. I think like, except for a few teams, the tier 2 is tearing apart. The tier 2 needs a lot of financial backing for it to operate. The teams are bleeding financially. That is the problem. We have to have it, because there must be a way for teams. And I know that the organizers try to make it less of a financial burden by splitting it up into 2 zones. So efforts have been made. But unless there's a major cash injection, there's going to be problems. there's going to be problems with the tier 2. All right? DJ, big up yourself, make sure you check out. Listen, anyone ever listen to Dean Brown Radio Live 11? Yeah, man. DJ Dean Brown, gospel DJ, spin some nice gospel track over there. Hey, DJ Try and Godester. You need to get some DJ Try and Godester. DJ Try, link up. Godester, link up. I'm going to send him 2 tracks. A DJ Try and Godester. Use me like Paul, use me like Paul. Take me out of the dark, bring me in at the light. Use me like Paul, use me like Paul. Use me like Paul, use me like Paul. Take me out. Hey, yo, Godester. When you know you body hour, goddamn. Hey, yeah, man. DJ Try and Godester. I am the original DJ. This is a good one. People, again, remember it is Super Friday. So make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscription button, you share the content, you subscribe, and make sure. No, man, them man a boss already, man. Them no need them man a boss, man. Them man a big pan the gospel thing. Them man have all EP out of them thing about. Me will make them send it to tune, man. Them man a big and boss and travel and all of them thing there, but yeah. All right. Like Prince Saj, I say him name. You know the one there too. Man, the DJ fast, Yes, that's what I mean. With the gospel song. Yeah, man. DAJ is the next. DAJ sound like assassin. Big up, man, like Brian might know. You know, link up, man, to come give the people them the JPL update with Brian Mighton. Yeah. All right, Cavaliers looking forward to playing Inter Miami. You understand me? I think them have early bird ticket because say if Speed ever find out say at Inter Miami, Cavaliers are going to play at the place in the boss. You know how it going on. The ticket price them go sky rocket. So them have the early bird ticket, right? So make sure that you begin to get to the tickets from very, very early. All right, so that's Inter Miami versus Cavaliers. Cavaliers don't look cohesive. Maybe Speed is playing possum with his team, but Harborview defeated them. I think this is they have lost so many games this season. Cavaliers, they're just not looking good. I don't know what is going on with them, but they're not looking good this season. Not like how even other seasons when they weren't playing their best and they were hope. You understand me? Almost like preparing for playoffs, they look better. But this season, Mobile United has looked better. Right? I can give you some of the clubs. So Cavaliers have played 20 games, right? Cavaliers have lost 4 games already. This is unlike Cavaliers. And they have drawn 11. Only 10 wins that they have. So you have Mount Pleasant, Arnett, Mobile, who have had more wins than Cavaliers. So they don't look, right? Oh, Duckland. As far as I know, the match is going to be at National Stadium. All right. Hey, Bam Sport. Hey, make sure you see the clip of me playing a basketball. I'm getting on a problem in a Bam Sport. Because say I'm getting on a problem with you, People, Bam Sport send me a clip. Yeah, log in. I can't log in, but I log in for nothing, man. Where the clip gone, Hey, Bam Sport, make sure you see the clip you can play. All right, you hear that? People, tell me if you hear that, When you hear it, well, let me see if I can play it again. Because, hold on, let's see if we can. Let's see if we can play it for the people them. I don't even know how this will work. And let me see if we can do it this way. Bam, 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 bam.
From international football again. Everybody is hoping to see Cavalier bring Lionel Messi to Jamaica. How is the build up to that going in terms of sensitizing the public from a Cavalier perspective?
Oh yeah, tickets are already on sale. Early bird tickets. So you need to go and get an early bird ticket, because if the great one comes, then clearly that the price is gonna rise if you confirm that he's coming. So right now, people, be an economist or Jamaicans and get an early bird ticket.
That's what.
All right, people, you hear that? Be an economist. Be an economist. Be an economist and get an early bird ticket. Words of the one Rudolph Speed, right? Somebody from Cavaliers need to come and tell us what is the cost of the early bird tickets for the different eras. But the game will be played in Jamaica. All right. Duckland, definitely. All right. All right, so that's on Cavaliers. Mobile United, with their coaching change, they coming out of that coaching change, they drew their game against Racing. It will be interesting to see. Yeah, good question, Mr. Speed. If there's no Messi, will the people be refunded? All right. So Mobile United, Paul T. got Davis, we understand, is there now. As well as technical director, the man, Mr. Peart, is there as well. Xavier Gilbert was not on the bench with Arnett Gardens as he traveled with the senior team for their friendly, senior female team for their friendly Arnett Gardens. They ended 0-0 in their last game against Portmore United, who had Jeremy Lynch returning from injury in that one. That Portmore team looking like a very formidable force right now, playing some good football. So I think this will be very, very tight. Waterhouse continue to plummel down the table, slow off defeats, have them tumbling down the table. While Tivoli Gardens return to winning ways, and they have been climbing. And Racing United and Dumby Holden look like they're taking a shot at the top six. Harborview have been having some good results. They have defeated Cavaliers, and they defeated Mount Pleasant. And so Harborview still believe they have a shot. But interestingly, with 14 games to go, Mr. Butler, Craig Butler, Coach Lenny Hyde, and the rest, Donovan Loftus, Kyle Butler, believe that Veer can still make the top six. Which means they believe that Veer, so there are 14 games, which is 3, 4 is 12. Put on the 2, carry the 1. 3, 1, 3 plus 1, 4. So 42 points. From the 42 points, they will need, I believe, somewhere around 30. Not relegation, man. I'm not talking about relegation. I'm talking about top 6. So I think they will need around 39 points. 30 points more, because I think 49 points from where we are now gets you into the top 6. So out of the 42 points available, Veer still believe that they can get 30 points, which would get them to 49 points and get them into the top 6. I think that that's a tough ask, but to be fair to Veer, they have been playing better. The defeat against Tivoli would have set them back. But Tivoli is playing at Tivoli Gardens. No. And here's what I know. You ain't going down there to beat Tivoli with all of those fans supporting their team. right? So it's going to be tough. Veer has also not beaten any of the top teams. So you'd have to assume that at some point they will have to beat Cavaliers. That's Rudolph's speed team. And you know, these men are like football enemies I don't know in personal life. He'd have to beat Mobile United. He'd have to beat Mount Pleasant. He'd have to beat Arnett Gardens. So I think it's extremely tough, but this is a game of football. Nothing is impossible. But you must give Phoenix credit because because Mr. Butler did say the cavalry is coming. And since the cavalry has arrived, they have been playing better. McGee has played better. Kevin Atkinson has been scoring for them. So they have been playing a whole lot better since the cavalry has arrived. Whether or not it will be seen as too little too late, I don't know. But I think if you were to ask me, I would say that relegation is more likely than top 6. Right? I think the fight is more relegation, avoiding relegation, than to qualify for the top 6. Yeah, that's what I believe. I believe like this battle, Humble Lion won their game. Yeah. Duckland says, call a spade a spade. Veer, no good. And it will be a good season if they are not relegated. All right. Brian Mighton says, Veer plays Mobile next week at home. This will get serious round. Think he mistyped right there. Yeah. So I believe like this relegation is between Humble Lion, who is on 18 points, Veer, who is on 19 points, and Chapelton Maroons on 22. I think Mullines is going to find a way of staying up like they always do. And I think Harborview, because Harborview is beating the top 6 teams, I think Harborview will stay up. So I think it is between Veer, Humble Lion, and Chapelton, the 3 Clarendon teams, where this battle is. I think 2 out of those 3 Clarendon teams are going home and out of the season, out of the Premier League, which should only leave 1 Clarendon team in it. So they may end up, I don't know. Mana still is saying that Mullines should be added. All right, let's add Mullines too because they are on 23 points. And the other thing is that Mullines have 6 wins. Chapelton have 5. Veer only have 4 wins all season. Right? That is it. So it's very difficult to see them climbing the charts to get all the way up top. It's very difficult. But many people will say Mr. Butler has done some miraculous things in the past by getting players moved, so nothing is impossible. All right. No. People know that I have ties to Tivoli Gardens, right? So very few things in the world of football happen in the space that management don't know about. You understand me? And I understand that there was a little bit of a situation. I was not there, so I cannot give first-hand information. All right? Let me just make that clear. But I have heard from good sources within the space about an incident yesterday that, listen, man, we need to settle down. And no, let me do it. Give both sides of the story. are both perspective from my point of view. So this is management perspective. Military Guna, I will say this to Military Guna. Military Guna, I can understand totally why Mr. Butler don't want to talk to you. He will talk to media, but he doesn't want to talk to you. Now, I know that as a media personnel, you believe he has to talk to you, but there's nothing that says he has to talk to you. He has to speak to the media, and you're not the only person in the media. All right, so he's not obligated to speak to Military Guna TV. And he can say, based on how you portray me to the public, I will not speak to you. All right? So if that were me, here is what I would do. I would have someone else who works with me to ask the questions that I want to be answered without me being in his space. My grandmother said, fear good and peaceful life. That is how I would do it. I would say, listen, Shavan, go in there and ask the question. Or Knockins, ask these questions for me. Unseen, ask these questions for me. So and so ask this. And just avoid the space. The second thing is that it is a coach that's supposed to talk to the media. And really and truly, if the rules and regulation are followed, it is Lenny Hyde that you're supposed to talk to. Or Donovan Lofters. As far as I know. I could be wrong, but I think that those are the qualified coaches based on the rules of the competition that should be doing the interviews. So if he's doing it, that is how I would. That's just me, because you see conflict and passa and casa and, you know, I understand that a player, which non-player should be involved. Non-player should be standing in front of the camera. So no, you understand me? MG. So that is how I would do it, MG. Because you can still get the content, you know. You can still ask a question, you know, but you don't have to do it. All right? Breaking news. Breaking news. All right, breaking news. All right. Breaking news. Cavaliers Soccer Club extend the early bird sale for the CONCACAF Club Championship game on February 24th to February 24th, which is next week, Tuesday. People buy the ticket, you know. Wait until you see Messi play first. You can't do that still. All right. So that is one perspective. All right, Military Guna. So going ahead, that is my proposal, my brother. Of course, you can disagree with management, but for a good and peaceful life, as my grandmother would say, you understand me, Miss Adelaide would say. Nain, we call her, Miss Adelaide. That's what she would say. All right. Oh, see, our next man who was there saying that he could have been avoided, right? Because, listen, one thing I know is that Butler ain't backing down. And I can tell you this, Military Guna ain't backing down. So, if this continues, it's going to lead to physical confrontation, and we don't want that at all. You're both big men with families and good businesses. All right? So let's remain ethical and moral in all our practices. On Mr. Butler's side, all right? Mr. Butler, you know, management are really get involved with them things. So I've even refrained as much as possible. Don't have any problem with you. Don't know that you have any problem with me. You stay in your lane, and I've stayed in my lane. No interaction. Respect what you're doing with your players. That is it. But here's the thing. If a man is saying something about you, that is not truth. He might tell lie. Let the truth win out. You don't have to defend the truth. I don't have to prove a man to be a liar by that means. I just live the truth, because here's what I know. The truth always wins out. People have said things about me that me don't like, portray me in a way that me don't like. And thing. Still dialogue with them to an extent. That is my thing. So you can choose to speak to military goona still, you know. No disrespect. And just deal with it on a football basis. Because the more you be you, is the more the truth about you will be seen. And if military goona is telling lies, it will be proven. So I don't think by you not engaging him, you are enhancing your position as the custodian of the truth on this matter. This is just management perspective, you know. Listen, there was a time as a youth, you know, when people just as a young youth and I had certain things, you know what first thing people said that poor me, you know. I'm telling you, you know, that, and this is why I'm a young youth as a pastor in a church, you know, in my 20s, you know. You just need to buy something or own something or work hard and have something in Jamaica. And the first thing people think is that you are trade the wide substance or you're involved in a them scamming thing. And you know that I've never gone out and tried to prove anything to anybody because they don't know my wife, they've never seen her, they don't know that because they have never seen my family. So they just wonder how this youth live where him live, have where him have. And they start saying all kind of, I'm a run football team, they're gonna say, where me get it from? All of a sudden, I'm the biggest trader of white substance. And that's what people used to say, boss. And you know what I did? I never responded. I let them talk. And somebody said people, today I see them come around. Some of these said people have come around and engaged me in conversation. And I've never said to them, you remember when you used to say X, Y, and Z? Because the truth wins out. Because you see your integrity and your character, when you know what it is, you don't have to try to tell people what it is. You just live it. So that would be my word to you, Mr. Butler. Be the bigger man. And if you go there and he's there, just answer questions. Because you can still answer him, you know, but not answer him. You can say, well, that's how you see it. Next question. And you go to a next person. It's simple. But please don't let it turn into physical altercation. There you go. There you go. there you go, Duckland. Exactly. Exactly, sir. Exactly. You understand what I mean, Duckland? All right. Mana Steel says, because I think he was privy to some of this. He says, Mannings. Pesa, big up yourself. Pesa, you have to call in for talk. I'm not going to read your comments. You have to call in and say that yourself. Mannings, it's a difficult balance to strike, as I believe a person has a right to speak to another person. And I also believe that cause it is a delicate line, as I believe a person has a right to speak to whomever they desire. However, I also believe that post-match interview should be done. So me not even know, you know. Yeah, but the JFF, no, the competition's organizers need to ensure me I talk about Duckland, ensure the one. Yeah. But in Jamaica, if you live in certain community, boss, and you step up in life and you own certain things and you live a particular way, you drive certain kind of vehicles, you have a house in a certain community, people think all kind of things. And the less they know you is the more they make assumptions about you. And so please, like, you don't have to answer and respond. Don't give credence to their false narratives and stuff, man. Just live your life. It's a delicate delicate line, as I believe a person has a right to speak to whomever they desire. However, I also believe that post-match interview should be done. So me not even. So maybe Mr. Butler sometimes didn't let Lenny hide, because it cannot be that Veer don't want to talk. But I also believe that military Guna could have somebody else in the room outside of him. Like, it's an easy fix. But on the next note, like, too many of the persons in football in Jamaica don't like, I feel like you're never ever supposed to say anything negative about the football. And everybody has ulterior motives. So I'm going to touch on some things right now. You know. Come on, people, hit the like button, because you see some man sometimes, you know, too. Man sometimes, you know, not even the like button. Watch out, 43 like. Not with the like button, the people them not even the people them don't even like the people like there are people who will watch your video, you know. You read them comments, you engage them and they don't even like the video, because them don't like you. Them just want to have conversation about the football and find out some stuff. Because we don't understand. We can't have so much views and we can't even get 50 likes. Hit the like button. I'm going to start be like Ryan, you know. Yo, people, no, hit the like button. All right? Hit the like button. I remember you can call in, you know. Yeah. No, so you can't let it go. You can't let it go. He has to micromanage. Well, probably that is the problem. The regulation speaks about doing interviews with media, but we bloggers. But for me, if a person doesn't want to interview me, I respect that and I keep moving. Well, people, I can tell you my position. How I've seen people treat the content creators on YouTube in comparison to mainstream media, I've decided that, except like doing these things and talking on the JPL, I'm not going to do certain things. So I did tell vloggers, but I guess everyone want to eat a food and thing, that maybe the vloggers should just pull away from all things JPL and see what would happen. Because I don't think the organizers give credence to the work that the content creators on YouTube are doing in the promotion of the league, the marketing of the league, and the exposure of the players in the league. I do not think it is fully appreciated by even some of the clubs. And until people take a stance, some of these things will happen continually. That is why knockings were dealt with, and people are continually going to be dealt with that way. That is why some of you will turn up to certain people and they say they're not talking to you, and you can't do nothing. You will turn up to venues and they'll say they're not letting you in. They only deal with you that way. Jesus, people. Let's hope that I don't get flagged. Only a state could come up with this. Only a state could come up with something like this. Yeah, that's that. This one is good. All right. So that is my take on that. Yeah. So I don't think the content creators on YouTube, I don't think military is given the respect that he's supposed to. Brian, people don't remember. Listen, I was one of the first persons who started these interviews with the coaches with the JPL. I was one of the first person who started from in the pandemic, you know, the JPL shows on Fridays. People don't remember that, you know, I started putting out content. That is it. And the kind of treatment that it's crazy. Like there's no appreciation. There's no appreciation. And I think that is part of the problem. That is part of the problem. I'm going to give you a good example. There was a recent JFF live. All right. The JFF live at like, so I don't know, because there's a partnership with JFF and an external entity that creates this and video the game and all of that. No. The commentator, remember Regine, but me I'm gonna call him out. This man is on the radio and said JPL a bush league, and the player them no good. Them not average, them below average. I don't know if his narrative has changed, but this person I know, that's how he speaks about the league. How then can this person be doing commentary on players from the league? That commentary should have been done by people like Nakins and Unseen and Meeks and Man of Steel and Dre Anyweather Sports and JPL Fan TV and Siobhan Peart and Military Guna. Those are the people who should have been doing the commentary. And if they don't know how to commentate like some of you teach them, because they are the one putting out the content. Not a person out there who calling it Bush League and say that the players them don't good. But guess what? If you're going to make it professional, get somebody from mainstream. That is part of the problem. You cannot have somebody who brings down the league coming to the commentary and players from the league. Obviously, he's not going to know them. So listen, I don't have to Man of Steel, myself, Military. A lot of these guys don't have to get a match card to know the players, because you see them every week. You watch them every week. Hey, Dukla, anyway, you should have done. You see your last comment? That is what you should have put at the super chat and not this one. I would have put it up. That is what you should have done. You waste your super chat on this comment. When it is that last comment, that should have been a super chat, boss. All right, I'll leave out. Dre, the man said leave you out of this. Yeah. That is it. Boss, even Jason Guna, who lives overseas, knows more about the JPL than the people who were doing the commentary. Yeah. And that is just the truth. Big up, I mean, he did a job, whatever, free or paid, big up. But I have to be honest. So let's come back to the point. And it is because when the big things are happening, YouTubers are not in that space or in that discussion or in that, not in it. I'm going to give you an next example. Let's talk about female football. You tell me, what program have you heard on mainstream media? What program have you heard on mainstream media about the under 17 girls, under 20 girls, about high school football competition, about the women league that they had going, about the upcoming Jamaica Women Professional League coming? You tell me. You tell me. Oh my God. Yo, big up yourself, Jason Ferrand. If you know, you know. Oh, fate is a cruel mistress. Calabar man, his own people just understand that his super chats will only be in green, not for political reasons, but for school reasons. You understand me? Yeah. All right. No. So yeah. So let's talk about that. You on any YouTube platform, right? And I mean, listen. And when I do these things, I don't expect nobody to call my name in return. But we may not have conversation, but I give credit where credit is due to whomever it is due, like I said. So you can go on JT show and hear him talk about women football. You can go on Talawa TV when she does stuff, she talk about it. Ryan talk about it. Military Guna, Man of Steel, Dre Anywhere over him TikTok and him Instagram. You understand me? JPL fan, Knocking Stevie, that the Unseen Sports, that We Max It, Cranky Live, Jason Guna, even Presser and the Gunners Youth them. Everybody talks about it. But tell me where the people in women's football at the head of it, from coaches to people in management, to the organizers, to the players. Tell me where you see them turn up to do interviews. They understand, you know, that the content creators are very important. But tell me, where have you seen them doing interviews? Only on radio and on TV. They don't come on YouTube because there's this idea about YouTube and vloggers. Because they probably believe that because you're on YouTube, you're not intelligent. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. The people that I know on YouTube, most of them that I have spoken to have degrees. Some have their first degree, they have masters, and some people have the PhD, or what people call their doctorate, who do YouTube content because it is not their main job. No, it is also where the truth is unfiltered and lies are exposed and more challenging questions are asked and they cannot hide because there's a comment section. So many refrain from being on it because of that. But those who have no hidden agenda can turn up on these platforms. Am I lying, people? Or am I telling the truth? Call in and let me know. Because if I'm talking nonsense, let me know. And out of the ashes rise one Carlton Lovelace. Them call him David. I don't know. I don't know what madness he's going to come and tell me today. Big up yourself, Soldier. Man who says Manchester United will be in the top 4. No, Christopher, no YouTube, I don't forget no certification, man. Man, you can see all man have them masters, but they will get certification to cut talk by YouTube. It's just fun, bro, and good research. I mean, yeah, that's the bit of this. Yeah, big up Soldier, aka Irwin Island. Oh, media training. There's always media training available online, man. You can read books, man. It's not so difficult. It's not so difficult. If you read a lot, then you can do it. Welcome. Is this Irwin Allen manager? Hello? Is this Irwin Allen manager?
Hey, cool, no, man. Where are you going with?
Who is this? None other than Soldier. What the name of the baller where you tell me that he's the best baller you have seen from St. Ann. And we need to watch out for him in the JPL. What name?
From St. Ann?
Yeah. You remember that time about him last season when Lymal was going to be in the thing, man?
What's the best baller from St. Ann, man?
You say the best baller you ever see, boss. Are you for remind me?
When he younger, when he did younger, Lachai Leng.
Lachai Leng. And you say we need to watch out for him in the JPL.
What discipline mannings, man. You ain't not playing no ball for purpose, me here.
Oh, in the plate on purpose.
You ain't not playing no ball for purpose. But when my 12-year-old come up, man, I best look at thing me see come out, man. Me not lie you.
Soji, at that time, how many footballers you were seeing?
Only for footballer, man. Because remember me I travel all around, you know, so I see only for footballer.
All around where you
at? America, Canada, England.
And you don't watch whole for Jamaicans in America at his age playing.
No. Me not watch football in England, but me not watch the whole heap of football. Me watch Jamaican football.
Oh, so when you compare him to the players in England, you say he was one of the best one you see when he young.
When he young, as a talent. All right. Let me tell you who asked me that. All right. Let me tell you something.
Ask other people. And are you me?
I'm not tell you who ask. Me tell you, man, we didn't know them, man. Ask. When baby brother name went from Portland. When I present when I time a Eastern man, ask him.
Tell me name.
When name I get, I not Gibson. When he was the man Daniel go we run off one night time after toss. He was the president for Eastern man one night time. He will have a post at JFF one night time to man when captain was there.
Tell me his name. Are you tell me if you ask him? Tell me his name.
Raymond, I think a Grant. I think a Raymond in name. You know. Ask them about it because he was the president of Portland in time then.
So how old was
ask him about
how old was the player at that time?
11, going 12.
So
ask him
at 11 going 12, you said that he was the best talent you saw.
Yeah. And then when he come 12, 13, I best him when first time we came to play Dakar stack up. You know, yes, presser. Me say when we came to play Dakar stack up at age 12, and don't tell me about him too, you know. Because when I'm about better guy here, because don't ask me about and say to me, say, why me not have this look at you 20 years long and tell me how good him is because he come see my people and me go and yard out of mommy be a film to him mother and go take him and camp and he camp, you know.
Which camp? Dakar stack up camp. So
yeah.
Slow down. All right, so let me ask you the question now. So when Donzel tell you that, did Donzel call him for Jamaica U team?
Of course, they call him for under 15 team.
And he play under 15?
No, he told me it never take place. Spanner didn't charge. He told me it never go ahead.
So he never play under 15?
No, because he told me it never. Only if he play, if he told me it never go ahead.
Yeah, man. So no, him didn't. Did he play under 17?
No.
So when he was 16, he
don't ask me about that. Don't ask me about that part. There's no me where response for that part there. No, but don't do any situation get called and Jackie them. Then time Jackie Walters was there. Tete when I play under 17 that time because Tete did all of that. That a Shavar Brown. From Windsor Hen, Shavar Brown come from Tete.
All right, but I don't
play for Jamaica.
All right, we know you know cause me know Tete, but me not ask about Tete. Me talk about the best talent you have ever seen at 12 in your life.
Yeah. At that time, Dodo.
Say, you know what? You ever see Messi play football when he was 12? Me
not talk, hey, you're gone too far, man. Me not talk about you in Jamaica, man.
Oh, you've changed it to Jamaica now.
We can't talk. Oh, we've got put him in both man in Iran, man. And that time this boy, that time this local youth, this local youth man is man when they are from America. When I dance up a place, they then time man. When you look a black boy, and they come a man you pan trial. I mean, I talk about in a center, I talk about I'm not Jamaica, and he was a good man.
Hold on. Okay. So now you're saying that in St. Anne, he was the best at his age.
Yeah.
Okay, in St. Anne. Okay. Me think that are the best you have ever seen.
No. Me I talk in a St. Anne.
Is the best you have ever seen at that age in St. Anne.
Yeah.
That didn't say soldier, man. Because if anybody has somebody else, soldier, hold on there. Soldier, hold on. Soldier, mercy, soldier. Me can give you some baller. We are the same age as him. So obviously you never see them.
Who that?
You know, say him and Leon Bailey are the same age.
But leave me that's Leon Bailey.
But
all right.
That's soldier, just listen.
Let me say to you. This one I'll say to you before you go this up.
No,
you must say this before you go this up. Listen what I say before you go this up. Listen what I say before you go this up.
I'm listening to you.
When Kingston and St. Andrew play, that time at soldier when I coach the St. Andrew team. I'm making tell you what we don't do with that with the Kingston and St. Andrew team. Making tell you what don't do with that team there. Dodo alone walk through them. Dodo tested that time. Dujana captain the team. Sammy Sona play forward.
Soldier.
Beefy. All them you there.
Soldier. Me no beef. Soldier. Just slow down, man. We don't want you give me a squad. We are talking about one player. So I'm going to give you some players that are the same age group as the player who was in Jamaica playing football at the time. And the point I'm making to you is that your argument was based on limited information. Was Test better than Dodo?
No.
Okay, all right, me done talk. All right, but I never that you call for. Go to where you call for, because me know say I never that you call for. I don't remember where you call for.
No, you ask about my team. Manchester United now go now, man. We can't finish it, not top 4 again.
What you think you're going to finish?
They make me waste with boy. Make me have go fight. Look, I'm situation. I mean, I know, like me, I consider say only what me now fight out free bottom 3.
Yeah.
But we are right still. We think we can finish in a big life. But me not even 10. Me I put myself to finish.
So what is the problem?
The problem?
Yeah. What is the problem with it? Is it the players? Is it the coach? How many world class players Manchester United have?
Yeah, me I say to you now, man. Me I say to you, say Manchester United now. Me not go blame the coach, and me not blame the player. You know why? The coach never want to come in at the middle of the season, and they don't want to wait till the season finish for that he can come and start in formation we have. But him shouldn't have compromised. That's the only part we blame him for, because him decided not to change. He might continue with the system. And if you can get a squad when you use a player a system and then can't manage the system, sometimes you have to compromise and say, no, we go back and play at formation with him. And then when we have my team, then we can come and play it that way. But when look at, so that is the issue. And the player them can't manage the system when want, because then some of them even Garnacho him lose confidence, because them ball when we see get against Spurs the other day, when we know them very did have confidence, just like our Sang lost confidence to become Mrs. Sang get goal when he score to, and him not score, so him lost confidence too. So but a man you may talk about, man, the coach, that's why me never point finger upon nobody. A coach now, him for only way me pointing finger upon him, him shouldn't compromise and say, you know what, these boys cannot manage the system. So make me go back to the formula where them used to. And when we see when the season finish, then we can get some of my player them where we can manage my system. Because no film squad this, this a 10-hour squad. So this is it. So that's why him never really want to come in at the big light season, because he need to ask them to come after.
Soldier. Yeah, what is the question I ask you?
You ask me say if I blame the
no, Soldier. You want me to ask you the question again?
So how many world-class players Manchester have?
Yes, sir.
World-class, when you say world-class, one look at Man United have no world-class player.
Okay, all right. So that is first question. So let's move on. You see how easy? Because all we answer me never that me ask you, but thanks though for telling me all of those stuff that you told me before. So
because some people look at world-class player, but we don't look at world-class player. Manchester have no world-class player. Not one.
All right. Not a problem. All right. So move on to the second thing I'm going to ask him. So you had a player named Anthony who before he came to your club, he was on fire. Paid a lot of money for him. Since he was at Manchester United, he struggled. He has never looked good. He goes to Real Betis and he's again on fire. So it's just the in-between that is bad. What is the cause of that, Soldier?
What the cause is bad? Sometimes the Premier League give pressure at the Premier League. Because you have some player can shine in some league. And when they come at the Premier League, you have to wonder for the same thing. It's just like with Diego Forlan, when Diego Forlan they are Spain and he come to Manchester United. You have to wonder if I see him, Diego Forlan, they see. When he go back to Spain, Diego Forlan, they're on fire. So it's Manchester United.
All right. So let's use a United player then. One who plays in England who was doing well at Manchester United. Started struggling. He goes to Aston Villa and he's finding form again. What is the cause of that?
The cause of with Manchester United, with that now, is Anna Rashford fault. That are the manager me blame upon this now. Everybody know Rashford ability. Every single soul know ability. But if you come with a manager and a manager don't like you, because maybe a system where he might try to change because maybe demand them broke because some players, because something are going on in Manchester where I don't know. Some players in Manchester was so powerful that the manager them hug them up. That's why, as the right king say, you cannot hug up these players if you deal with players like how Fergie deal with them. You hug up every man, but no man special. So when you come, if you tell something, because when we get to understand, then say they can show Rashford in a nightclub and the man that say, no, if you go out and him decide, say, 2 minutes to go out after 10 hour time, then you do that, so him decide he can do, so a manager come and decide, say, income, and the manager make a statement. It was a tough statement to make sure they prefer using 65-year-old as goalkeeper coach more than player Rashford. Then type of thing you can't tell, then type of thing, no see a pure problem in a camp now, Old Trafford. With him. Leak come out and then start a thing. But we send some of them things that can make you hear them still.
Oh no, man, you have to send them to like Drew Ross and them Monday. And Duckland. Yeah. So because you know really send me not really want no leak from because everything over Manchester leak, man. On the roof.
Yeah, so all right. How many world class players Arsenal have now?
What? You have to start? William Saliba. William Saliba. World class. Allow me to tell.
One me I hear you.
No, man. Tell me what allow me to tell.
No, boy, not world class, Which country you play for?
You can't have a conversation with him. He play with France. But me, you can't have a conversation even though we know which team Saliba play for. Right now, Julian Timber is playing world-class football. Saka was playing world-class football before him injury.
Saka on a world class. Saka can't play him on a world class.
Really? How many players who play on that side of the field in England were playing better than Saka before him injury?
How many side?
How many
They're
players?
not play for England,
No, man. Listen what I'm asking you. How many players that were playing in Saka's position in the Premier League were playing better than Saka?
At that time, all right, take Salah out because Salah play best in England, you know. Take Salah out. Salah in place in position, so take Salah out. When we don't say nobody, only don't say nobody will play better than him because
in all of England, what I know, man, the top league in the world. You said that in that position, the two top players in the top league in the world is Mo Salah and Bukayo Saka. And you're saying that he's not world class. He wasn't playing at that level.
Listen, you see, when I look at Saka can play, he's a very good player, but me not have him as a world class player. He's a very good player.
All right.
Very good player.
So how many?
Garnacho, Garnacho them a good player, but me not have them as world class player. Right?
You're gonna put Garnacho and Salah and Saka in the same comparison? You think Garnacho close to Saka? No. So nobody mention him name in this conversation. Listen what me ask you. Let's move on. So, all right. According to you, he's a good player, but he's not world class. All right?
Yeah, he might be a good player, yeah.
That is your opinion.
My opinion.
All right. So listen what I'm saying to you. In the top league in the world, there is only one player that you'd put above Saka in the English Premier League, and it is Salah.
I have to look at basically some of my name. I remember some of them, because you have some of them small team, you have some very good players.
Tell me a small team. I may give you a name. Give me one of the small team, according to you. I may give you the winger. Give me a small team. No small team. No have no winger that play on that side better than Saka in the EPL. None.
So none of them?
No. There's the only baller we play on the right in the Premier League that was playing better than Saka or playing at a world-class level above Saka is Mo Salah. Nobody else. So Salah is number one, Saka is number two, boss.
Which part Sang play?
Sang? That is to tell me. Sang play on the left, boss.
Okay, all right. Okay. Sang play on the left, all right.
Or play down the middle, boss.
Yeah, because I play against shift position.
All right. So you tell me, so that Saka will give you. Tell me about Saliba. In the last, how much? Yeah.
You want to say, this one come on to us, me not follow Arsenal side, no, in Arsenal play, me never look on the TV, you know. Me never look on TV when Arsenal play, no, man, not even look, you know. If you go watch all that, me the Arsenal fan, you know, and they come and give me tickets to come match, and me say, no, man, not go Arsenal go watch match, and it's the man you have.
Let me make some correction. The man name is not Sang. What is the man name? You mean what?
You don't really matter. It's Song or one name.
No. It's you mean S-O-N. What is S-O-N? Son. All right. All right. Anyways, how come before the game? Mbuema better than Saka? Mbuema not better than Saka.
Yeah.
I want to before the game.
I tell something down there where follow some of the small side, I tell you.
So which team you can't talk those soldiers, so you might as well go on.
No, you go now. I be tell you, man, me not follow me's a man you fan, you know, me not really follow Arsenal only when they play, you know.
You're confused me, because you say no. Soldier, you see all that thing, you have to buy me a drink. Seriously.
Yeah. Me not probably if you buy a drink.
Buy me a drink. Cause it look like you're in a bar.
Me in a bar.
You're in a bar. You're in a bar in your house. So it come like you just drink. You know, you're Englishman, you know. You just have probably some red wine with probably 95% alcohol. Well fermented. So you probably look tipsy right now. Me understand. It's not a late night.
No, me not tipsy, man, but me I tell you, it's all right. Me buy you a drink. I'll buy you a drink. Hold on.
Big up yourself. How you want to play? How you want to play a week on the weekend? Eh? Who you play against?
Man, you attack my side problem now.
You play Everton at David Moyes? Yeah,
So?
You play Everton. You then a problem, no soldier. You then a problem.
There.
All right, but thank you. You then a problem now, because you could lose tomorrow to Everton, you know that?
I woman them, a man you woman them are follow now, you know. Because the man shouldn't send Ratcliffe, Mr. and I may have to run me feel. I stop more anti people if you stop go watch the game, then that's themselves back the club, you know. So, you know.
Yeah. So you say, you stop. I woman them may follow, you stop follow man.
Yeah, I woman team them may follow now.
All right, but
Manchester woman, yeah.
All right,
I follow Manchester woman, you know.
We're gonna take a next one, so big up yourself.
Yeah, man, all right. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. All right. Yeah. All right. So people, come on, man. Boss, if any man can say to me, let's be honest, Arsenal or not, tell me defenders who have had in the last 3 seasons, when fit, better season than William Saliba, boss. I would have to say that Saka and William Saliba are world-class players. If you want to put Vinny Jr. above him, that is fine. Put Mo Salah above him. But you cannot name 5 right wingers across Europe better than Saka. Give me 5 of them. All of you football gurus, give me 5 better than Bukayo Saka. We'll make our Gunners boss go Google stats soon. 87. Come on and tell me. Name me Salah, Vinny Jr. Give me a next. Give me 2 more that better than him. Before the game, give me, all I'm saying to you, Mo Salah, Vinny Jr. Give me 2. Greenwood better. Why the man can't talk about Greenwood? Come on, man. How the man stay some man? Give me the rest of them were better than Saka. Yo, a joke thing, man, I take me thing for you now. Rodrigo, no, man, me not put Rodrigo. Me support Brazil. And me not put Rodrigo ahead of Saka. If a man decided I'm going to put Rafinha, I would have said, all right, that kind of close. But nothing Rafinha me I put ahead of Saka. Me I tell her that. No, man, what kind of Rodrigo? So, hey, read it. I'm showing you, see if I this not going to use, you can't tell me nothing. A madness argument that reading. Me not want to go down. If you go talk about World Cup, the argument that done. A waste argument that. Because what Salah doing at the World Cup? What Vinny Jr. doing at the World Cup? We remove them madness argument, them man. What kind of madness that? We're not going to talk about what them doing at World Cup. What Saka never go Euros final with England. A penalty them losing. Which what am I going to talk about? Look, man. I'm not going to talk about look, man. But yo, me gone here, man. Yo, me go end the show. Me go end the show, people. Because if you're going to tell me, say, look, man, better than Saka. And that me I tell you, so the man them just, me said that, tell me the player them. So none of them can call in, you know. None of them can call him because of be madness them a talk about. Them just want to have, them a try agitate management right now. Vinny not even play upon the same side when them are talking, but through them want take on management, them a chat. The man is a top 5 right winger of the world, boss. Tell him, none of them, all you hear them attack all before, behind the scenes, and really attack. Them can't give me 5 names we play upon the right wing of any football in Europe better than soccer. Them can't give me 5. Before, behind the scenes, call in and give me 5 names. And stop, listen what people are saying. I can't tell them about Lookman. Lookman nothing will play on the right. But if you name them, see a man, say Jason Guna here, as at the top 5 that boss. Man, I tell you about Vinny Jr. I'm not go sit down, man, because I don't know what football, you know. I eye them chaos, and, you know. That's the problem with you know. Before the game, you eye them chaos, you know, before the game. You eye chaos, you know. You nasty properly, you know. When you think of the right, you see the left, you see, you know. That's how you make them mistake, you know. Look, man, nah, boss. But here's the thing now. You're naming 5. But Yamal is in the same category. In fact, I will say to you, Saka has been doing what he's doing way longer than Yamal. So me could have used Saka's time to talk about that. But me could get to that. Me I tell you, say, you have got to take out all. If we get down to the nitty-gritty a thing, Rafinha no play this up. I mean, I tell you, a free roll him get Marlon. So them man just attack because them don't like soccer. Me I tell you that. There is not 5 right wingers better than him, boss. Look how much season the youth do this. He might do it longer than Yamal and Rodrigo too. This youth play for an Arsenal side that many people say no good. What I come talk about? This youth not England and get them go, hey, Soji,
you're right, man. Saka in the top 3. You're right. Him in the top 3. You're right.
Yeah, man.
Him in the top 3.
Pick up yourself, Soji, because you know what go on.
No. Before no man in the top 3, because I look on the man then when down there and he come in the top 3. So Salah, you have to put Salah and maybe the boy from Barcelona, you then give your head over him and him. You have me put him in the top 3. Me wouldn't say top 5, me say top 3.
All right,
me then put him in the top 3 set. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see how yeah. I will call. Me feel say some of the man them just a try. And Mo Salah, Bukayo Saka. Who send me this now? Who send me the one? All right, me call. Gunners boss.
Morning.
Gunners boss.
Greetings.
Where you going?
No, I'm piece of production work, you know, because me over here for Google things if you can't tell what the people them say, you know. Because me not go by way. Me not go by way little man where I type and I call in and I say, you know. When me hear them and them talk, me go look, you know. And you see right now, Messi is a right winger.
Messi? No.
Yeah. So why them qualify him as a right winger?
I wouldn't even put I wouldn't put Messi in this category because Messi is basically like so Messi is a different class. I think above Salah, all of these players, Messi is like the best player in the world. So he's out of the conversation. Because he's at the tail end of the conversation. So I wouldn't put him and I wouldn't put Ronaldo in there either. I just think those players are at the ending of their career and they have done what they have done. They're in a different category altogether. So we are talking about players now playing. Nico Williams is not.
All right.
Hey, and hold on there. Before the game, you cannot put Nico Williams and Yamal in the same top 5 for right wingers because either wanna start with Spain or wanna bench. I'm very specific when I say. So the fact that you have to put Nico Williams and Yamal, who plays on opposite side, one out of the two of them can depend it, brother. So don't come tell me no nonsense.
Let me produce a show now, brother.
Go ahead.
While they're attacking, me look up top 5 right wingers in the world of football.
Yeah.
And across the web, the top 5 right wingers right now is Mohamed Salah at number 1, Boyaka Saka at number 2, Lionel Messi at number 3, Rodrigo at number 3, Lionel Messi at number 4, Angel Di Maria at number 5, Rafinha at number 6, Leroy Sané at 7, Riyad Mahrez at 8, Jared Bowen at 9, and Lamine Yamal at 10. And the 10 right wing of them me no know as much as uno, you know. So make the people them we discuss that with all the sources across the web, including the great Fabrizio Romano and all of these people who they pay millions to dissect, analyze, and use the analytics touch by touch of these players. And that's so that they know.
Yeah.
So now, out of those 10 names I call, you can tell me who are the right wingers right. And
when did they do that?
This is up to today, right now.
Really? You have to go put the link to the article.
Screenshot. Look for your WhatsApp right now. Look over your message.
Yeah, I see the message, but I not see the date.
Okay.
I not see like the date of the article. You understand what I mean? I see the list, you know. But I see Angel Di Maria in there, you know.
Yes.
I'm not supposed to do this. So I could be an older list in this.
Okay. But if it's an older list, you still have Salah at 87, you know.
Yeah, man. No, I agree that. My thing is that. Here's what I'm going to say to some people. If you want to argue that he's not world class, we can have that argument. But do not tell me that Uno can name 5 right winger in a world football better than him right now. Listen to me again. A man can say to me, well, even if I'm in the top 5, he's not world class. Then we can debate that. Because how many persons make up a thing? Right? So you can, if you're going to say that, because if you say that only 2 right wingers, you're going to have to tell me the 2 right wingers that you're going to put over Saka to be called world class. Because you cannot name 5. So you have to cut down the number of world class when we talk about right wingers. Here I'm going to say down, Saka can't make Liverpool team. What do you mean can't make Liverpool team? What do you mean say Saka can't make Liverpool? What kind of argument them have? Sometimes the big man they have some argument. What do you mean say? So Liverpool have 38 players. We're better than Saka. Yo, it's my time the man and chat some things. Make up your mind what you say. You mean starting 11 or you mean the team? What you talk about? Make up your mind when I say, man. Boss, you hear this man now. You see, before the game, I'll call you out because I'm not going to use no disrespectful word. I said to you, you and I can have, I believe he's world class. You and I can have an argument if you want to argue whether or not he's world class. Because that is subjective. Me never say me a change no argument. Me say that if you want to argue with me on that, you can. You nobody can go on like you want to change the narrative, my boss. No do that to me. Don't do that to me. You cannot name 5 right wingers in the world better than Saka. And all you're going to do to me, all you can do, okay, so anybody who has not won anything is not world class, because look for your argument. Anybody who has not won anything is world class. At that we come to, if you have not won anything, you're not world class. Oh, no, man, let's stop it on. Go on, boss. Better you talk, man. I'm silent.
Yeah, no, you forgot. Yeah, no,
you want me deal with Andre? Not tell me about we. You no name 5 right winger, Andre. You no name 5. Don't tell lie. You no name 5. You don't name 5 right winger. You put people who play left on the right to try squeeze out Saka. You no name 5. So don't be dishonest. You no name 5, boss. Tell me the 5 where you name. You don't name 5. You don't name 5. And nobody don't agree with you that they are 5. Nobody. Are you alone, assessor? Not bother with that, boss. Come up with a different argument. Go on, boss, your time. But done with that.
Yo. Me not even remember when we come to talk about, because yesterday I fight the people in the comment section, so other than that, Duckland say, if you never sell one bungalow greens and drop $110 in a super chat, so me I wait for.
You're the one. But
I'm kind of weak out there right now.
Yeah? All right. Bless up yourself, man.
Yeah, man.
Get some sleep.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Travis and the man them. Big up on yourself, And the woman them, show improvement. And the one woman, how can I ever forget you? And I call out them money. And I go, man, big up yourself, show improvement. Large up yourself. And all the other ladies them up on the screen. And the wannabe ladies them too.
Wow. All right, boss. Bless up. Come here, a very important thing we talk about. Boss, I started my conversation by saying that a question was asked about Manchester United players. Soldier said that there's no world-class Manchester United. He then asked me about players that are world-class. All right? I mentioned players who I believe that are world-class at Arsenal. I said William Saliba, and I said Bukayo Saka. I started justifying my Bukayo Saka reason by saying the English league is the top league in the world. It is considered to be the top league in the world right now. And in the top league in the world, you cannot name 5 players better. We expanded that on the right wing. We expanded that across Europe. So, if the argument is anybody who has not won anything cannot be world class, then it's a joke thing. Go ahead, Marlon Nelson.
Yeah, man, big up yourself. Big up everybody in the chat. Manins, presently now, right? The man might mix up the thing, right? Saka is in the top 3 wingers in the world on the right hand side. Right? It's Salah, Saka, and Yamal are the 3 best right wingers in the world playing football now.
But what these men are going to tell you is that because Salah won for Liverpool, he's world class. And because Yamal won at Barcelona for Spain, he's world class. But though Saka is in the top 3, he's not world class because he has not won anything. You know, so the argument, may I tell you, but go ahead. You make some, because one thing we know, Marlon, you're going to present to them information that is factual for the argument. So you got, yeah.
But if you're basically looking across the whole landscape of football right now, they are the 3 most impactful wingers there. Right? You can probably mention Sane, Contessa from Juventus, Olise, Mbeumo, who is only playing the Premier League. So if you look at all the landscape across Europe, Champions League, everything, in the top 3.
The man say Mbeumo better than Saka, sir.
And is anybody said a troll and that madness?
No, this is
right?
We can't understand the man them sometimes. Like, listen, it would have been easier if a man said to me, Saliba is not world class.
But man, he has proven himself over the past 3 seasons.
If a man said to me, Saliba is not world class because they can find 5 right-sided centre backs that are ahead of him. Because a man could even say Kanote is ahead of Upamecano is ahead of him, Man could have said that, Them 2 days ahead of him. Right? Them could have go and say as we play for Barcelona, sometime he'll play a wing man. He play for France as well. Oh gee.
Come on, he's better than all of them.
Yeah.
He's in the top 5 center.
Oh, Saliba.
Come on.
No, but what I'm saying that them could even make an argument, and go across that. But you cannot name. That's what I'm saying that.
Saliba is world class. You can't take
What you mean? Say nobody argued. Of course, people said that Saliba is not world class. People said that there's no world class player at Arsenal. Big up yourself. So the same just tell me the same thing that same just tell me the same thing that I said. Marlon, more you talk to Soldier because Soldier tell me say Dodo better than Tested as a youth. Because you are Fenton man, you know. So maybe and you know the player them. So you talk to me.
One is I type it in the chat already. You know a Soldier at right? Dodo is nowhere close to Tested or Reggie. Don't be close.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
You know where Soldier when you see Dodo at 12-year-old. I don't know what he saw, but I don't see nothing in Dodo.
I don't that's a bit say boss. We don't know how him get him to be because even that team, you know, they had a youth name Lassie. In the time that we
man.
Yeah,
man.
Lassie, Test. The whole of them youth there. So I don't
know how he find Dodo as the most talented young player him seen in the come, right? I remember say Tete was probably 2 years old or 3 years. Tete was still around that time, same way.
Yeah. So yeah, you hold on, let me ask. So the man them say, all right, so here's before the game. So listen to this argument sometimes I can't. He was the last one dog from long time show. Showing up what up. So listen to this. All right. Did Saliba play for France when France? So the same way he want to be on the show with you, Marlon. you want him come out and tell me, you know, come down go put him on.
That's what if you discuss Manchester United if we can survive relegation.
But let me ask you this, because so Saliba did not play in the World Cup. Did he play in the World Cup for France?
That's what not play defense.
Which game did he play?
When Saliba got World Cup.
No, what I want them to tell me, because the point I'm making is this. And he's saying that Saka is not world class because Saka has not won anything. But he's saying that Saliba is world class. So I want him to tell me what Saliba won. What makes Saliba work? Remember, I know, because Saliba has not been a guaranteed starter in France team.
What? Is not a guaranteed starter there?
Saka is.
Is it a third?
Saka is. There you go.
Right? And Saka has proven himself. Right? He has gone to the Euro final twice. He has gone to the Euro final. You can't take that from him.
There you go. And what I'm saying is that this youngster has been doing it from left back to left wing to right. He has been doing it for years, even longer than Yamal. Sorry.
So Yamal is 2 seasons. Yamal is 2 seasons. I just threw Yamal impact right now. I put Yamal there, right? But if you're basically going off a period of work, Sonny and these guys will be ahead of him same way. Right?
Iman say me have the mic so we can cut and paste. So you can call in, you know. I'm not stopping you from calling in, Andre. I'm not stopping you from calling in. Well, but let me just add Soldier for you. Go ahead, Marlon.
The thing about it, man, is why I even put Yamal over Conchester right now is the impact that he did in the Euros.
Yeah.
Right? But and he's actually younger than him. So if anybody watch football, then you go check out Juventus and check the right wing over there. So when you're talking about, because even Rodrigo, I don't. Rodrigo is no close to Saka and an impactful level. But
the man that will start for Brazil every game. That is part of the next issue with some of these players in their teams. They are not guaranteed. Rodrigo is not a guaranteed starter. No, Duckland.
Duckland
Duckland said the man can. The Duckland tried to tell me say the man can only do what him do in the no. Did the caller say that he'd put what this is saying? Did the caller say that he would put Lamal over Saka?
Uncle said Salah is one. Salah is number one. Saka 2. And Yamal presently at 3. Right? With Sonny, Olise, Conceição from Juventus behind them. And as old as DMR is still up there same way in that top 10.
My one show me says boy says Saka to the 3, but me realize it said my one show me saying the 3 more Salah 1. Yeah. So yes, David Fred, Marlon, bless up yourself.
Soldier, let Marlon ask him question first because he said he wanted to talk to you about Manchester first, and then
we need to talk about if we can have a relegation. That would be right.
We'll have it, man. We'll have it because we'll win some game, and then the coach can set himself. If in the sea, we can't set himself because I don't think man can afford to fire him because them waste some money fire him and then go fight to get from Newcastle. And go fire him and finish that because man says something more they don't like. But we're all right, Marla. We don't get relegated.
The team in shambles. Yes, we might finish 16 in our league. That's it. That's where I'm I don't have money passing.
1 second, me come up.
Oh, him gone.
Yeah, man, is. But I will say we have to give the youth in performance, right? 5 years in there, do it for so. Like, you have to give him that.
Yeah. Me know you follow someone until Soldier come back. Let me just people will soon come when Soldier return. We'll get back to some of this, right? The U20 girls, I watched them yesterday, and I watched Nicaragua. Well, I watched the game this morning, because I never get to watch it yesterday. And I'm concerned, Marlon. Because remember after this, that we don't qualify now, there's a next round, I think, you know. Because after this, right, the top, the fourth, because there are 6 zones, right?
Yeah,
and then the top.
The group winners.
All the group winners qualify for the World Cup?
Yeah. Oh, man, qualify for the final playoff with US Mexico.
Right, so that will be an 18 playoff. So my thing is, right, how I see this team yesterday and how I see Nicaragua, I unless there's something I'm not seeing, I don't have any confidence that if they need to beat Nicaragua, they can beat Nicaragua. I don't know, like if you watch the game, what you saw.
The only difference I see is St. Vincent as a better team than St. Kitts.
Okay.
But the second half was poor. But you're going leading 6-0. You're going leading 6-0 and come back and score 1 goal earlier and something. You need to run up goals for them.
Marlon and Martins, man, the man when me and him coach Dodo and test them together come up and me just ask him say which one of them are the better. He said test have skill, but Dodo I better player by far. Dodo have something we test and none of them never have. Because me have been both belly when me come up for like both belly me go to if you want to ask him which one of them because he was the head coach I team and me an assistant. You can ask him which one of them are better player. Because me and him have them from him a 10-year-old I come up and play for center and under 12, come to under center and under 15. And me tell you say test have skill. Dodo strong, Dodo have more ball sense and tested and anything there.
So the mention of fire so they go ball sense. Don't go less. We have seen Dodo
now. Listen. Test now is a more skill ball.
We have seen Dodo play the Premier League for more than playing right back.
No, me not talk about now, you know. Me not talk about back then.
We not talk about back then, we talk about product now.
No, right? We not talk about back then, we're not talking about it. That was the conversation, Marlon. We are talking about back then when we come up as a youth, and that's what time we attack. Testes was one of them bright future when down upon the team. Dujan was one. Dujan, not tell you, man, when they put under 12 team, they were outstanding. Testes. Dujan.
Soji, your feedback.
Soji, you compare Imani and Dodo together. Eh?
Where? Imani and Rojibu, they were younger. Then did younger than them, but they were still in a squad. But we made see talent in them because Baggio, but no. Baggio was a good player, you know, that a fair Rojibu bigger brother, you know. But him get injured early.
Soji. All right, so Soji, you know that half of the ALS them we are called, people don't know them.
Green that about what I mean say Baggio and Rojibu brother.
So
him bigger brother.
So Soji, do you know that nobody don't know who Baggio is, and very few people who know who name Rajibu, because it's Regibu. That's Daniel Green. Right?
Daniel Green.
Yeah. So nobody don't know who Baggio is.
Yeah, because Baggio get injured early. When in the Marcos, he get injured early at Marcos. So that you know. But me I tell you the youth them Dujan.
So
me I tell you the youth them
here's the problem I have with this. When we have these conversations, you bring up, we're not discussing that. This is what Marlon asking.
Yeah, but when you ask me now, but I hear was discussing and you ask me which one of them was better player. So when me do, when I coach at the time, me make sure I ask him head coach because me might ask you something different from him. So I said no, Dodo was him.
So here's what I want you to do.
Really?
Here's what I want you to do. Go and ask the coach if in St. Anne at 12 years old, did the coach say that Dodo was the best 12-year-old in the all of St. Anne? That's what the coach told you.
Yeah, man. I mean, all right. That's what me can hook him up on it, you know.
Soji, what's the name of that coach?
But Terry Dean Grant.
All right, so Terry
Dean. Belly.
So Soji, man.
Hook him up on the chat, then, man, man.
Lord of mercy. Soji.
Put him on the chat now.
Soji.
Make him tell you.
Lord of mercy. Soji. Just listen to what we are saying, man. We not fit. So, Bud Belly said to you that the 11 to 12, Dodo was the best footballer in St. Anne. That's what he told you.
He said.
All right, then if you
remember,
just say yes and Soldier and we'll move on. I don't may ask you. Just say.
You know, all right, it was the best because all right. Listen what me I said to you.
Soldier, just answer me, ask you, and then we can move on. I'm not argue with you.
Yeah, man, I best thing when did at age 12.
Soldier, just let me ask you the question and you answer. And we move on. So, at 12 years old, Dodo was the Bud Belly answer to you, who was the coach said. In all of the parish center.
No, that's not the question I asked him. So not tell me when say I asked him.
So that is what listen me ask.
I asked him say, hear me ask him now? Hear me ask him. I asked him say, out of test when he was 12-year-old test and Dodo who was better. He said Dodo by far.
Soji, here's what I'm ask you. This is what I want you to find out from me, please. This is what I want you to provide for me. Find out from Bud Belly if at 12, Dodo was the best footballer in St. Anne. One. Just ask that. That's number one. Number two, your original argument last year when Lionel was coming on is that you, which is your opinion, you know, that he is the best footballer in that age that you have ever seen. All right. When I ask you today, you kind of brought that in. You said, well, ever seen in St. Anne? I thought it was all over, but you brought it in and you said in St. Anne, which is fine.
All right. All right. Oh, good he was. Listen what I said to you, say. Oh, good he was at the time. Listen, when they was playing under 12 man, when they were playing under 12, when they pick it and the other 15, you know, Dodo was, even when in a Teteden team, Dodo was the only 12-year-old get called up to that team.
So, Solji, I can't argue with you because I didn't see the player at 12. When I saw the player, there were other players that I saw. That's right. So
he was the only one in Jamaica we call up in that squad with Tetedem at age 12.
Solji. What I'm saying to, except for the people, because we have to try to get the people involved. Just listen to me now, man. The people don't know. The people are not, that is not going to be important to the people. Because again, let's go back to where the discussion was. The discussion was what Limal was going to do. And you're encouraging all the fans to watch this player called Dodo playing for Limal last season. All right. I have allowed the season to finish and all of those things. And now I ask you about the player. All I'm saying is that you have kind of confined your argument, which makes it make more sense. Because
yes. Hold on, so Soldier never know that he was playing Premier League for Mount Pleasant.
Me no know. Yeah, man, me no say they go Mount Pleasant, Marlon, but me no know how he developed this stay after he reached 60, after he reached 17. So we never know in development after 17.
So why would you come on the program last season and tell the people?
Yeah, because listen. Because when I go down there, listen what I'm saying, man, you hear me? When I go down there, when I was down there, I said to test, Ranto, and tell them, say, yo, I'm down by the gun on it, gonna stay and build the team at Sentan. Because if we hold on to play together, then say, do John stop them. Say, hold on to play together, stay at Sentan and build the Sentan team. Una play together, una know one another, know everything about one another, una can carry a team at Premier League. That's why I tell you, say, when you're in a place, say, Limal, I go reach Premier League. I when you say, man, say, Reno, they won't beat Reno.
Soji, we had the conversation when Limal was in Premier League. Because
we have a conversation when we're in a play A League before they got Premier League.
Soji.
We have this conversation when they reach Premier League, you know, of course we have it.
Solji, this conversation between you and I happened when they were in Premier League, because a few weeks after that, I had the Mani Sewell. Mani.
You not hear me?
No.
You not hear me?
So Solji, listen what I'm telling you, Solji. The conversation that I am referencing is the conversation we had when they were in the Premier League, and you were telling us.
Oh, yeah, but we have a conversation before that. But, you know.
Soldier, listen for me. That are the thing, you know, Soldier, you're not listening, no? That is why you provide wrong information, you know, because you argue people and argue, kind of listening, you know. The conversation we had, you came on the program and you were right. You came down and you say you talk to them and you were talking about, and I was saying to you, boss, them will get relegated because them man are not disciplined. And I told you
yes, remember that.
They were in the Premier League, my boss. The player was also at Mount Pleasant. I told you that part of the reason why the player was not there is because he had a bike that he was riding and they were telling him not to ride the bike. That was one of the reasons. More you understand that, bossy. That was a conversation. So you were coming to tell us to watch the player, but the player was at Mount Pleasant and wasn't creating waves. And then they moved to Limal and you're going to tell yourself what the player can create. And when people are trying to convince you, just like no, you weren't listening.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. There's some man. He never moved to Limal. He moved to Veer. He moved to Veer from Mount Pleasant.
Okay.
He moved to Veer from Mount Pleasant. So you're wrong there, so.
Okay, yeah, me wrong.
He moved to Veer.
Me wrong. How much game he play for Veer?
It don't really matter if Veer did go. It don't really matter, but he moved to Veer, not Limal.
So I'm wrong. He moved to Veer and then he went to Limal.
Yeah.
Okay, so that changed the price of rice?
No, but you say move to Limal. You know, never Limal. He left from Mount Pleasant go Limal.
Soldier.
No, man, it's by you have to start like where you go. Because if a player move Papi move from Arsenal, from Arsenal and come and go Tottenham and then he come Manchester United. You can't say in the left Tottenham and go straight.
Soldier, we now go have the conversation. I am wrong, Soldier. I got it wrong. You're right, I got that wrong. All right? We now go have the conversation. But we gotta talk to Marlon about the U20 girls. Come and do you watch girl football.
I watch a girl football, I watch a game yesterday. I watch a game yesterday, man.
Sorry, boss. We never mean to upset you. So talk to me about the game.
Well, listen to me, the game, one time the girl today not play too much self-ball, man. Too much self-ball. Then everybody wants scores. I'll number 8, because in number 11, the brown girl on the wing one time, you see she not so many times. She show up on the wing a ball for the ball and the number 8. So I'm glad when they take her out, but the girl will come and see her in number 9. Everybody wants to score. As the Marlon said, the St. Vincent team look better than the St. Kitts team, which that's where me see that's the difference with it. So if the girl then can just play ball and just know say that we're gonna position and play ball, no matter who score is Jamaica score. Everybody wants to score.
All right, so
Coach,
you're a coach, right? Are you used to coach?
Wait now. And go ahead and talk now.
So, all right. So, what would be your instruction to the girls going ahead?
Discipline. When I say to the girl, say, here what happened? It don't really matter who score. From the team score, it's everybody score, me score. So you want me? It's Jamaica playing, so we don't want no individual thing. We are a person in a better position. Just look up and pass the ball now. Just don't have fire. More discipline. That's all I beg them to do. Because they might play all right. Me don't see nothing wrong with them playing. Just more discipline and
So when you watch that game, you don't see any problem. Except that them need
the problem when we see them now pass. They might hold on the ball too long, management, and everybody are doing their own thing.
So why we have to argue about everything if me ask you a question? Why you always sound like you argue?
Not argue.
You sound so aggressive. Remember, pretend like you're in the coaching shoes. A girls you deal with, So, what did you see about the team defensively?
Put it this way. The other team never put no pressure upon them. That's me out judge them off defensively when we then say, because when St. Vincent get the ball and going down, a girl must get away on the right hand side one of the time. And when she kick the ball, I go away from the goal until it go outside. So I don't see them do anything where we then say, well, because defense not come under no pressure, that's not say, all right. Because everybody just when I go up and the discipline when drop there. As to a female, the discipline just drop. That's the only issue we see. The discipline drop, everybody want to go forward and score because they find the team. And that's the only issue I'll talk to them about when they come in the dressing room.
So you don't think like in the beginning of that game, St. Vincent get a couple of shots from the top of the
ball? No, when I start to watch the game, when I see the game, management was 2-0.
Soldier. You see, here's the issue.
Let me talk now. Let me tell you something.
I just listen to you. Soldier, I just listen to you. And before I finish, you interrupt me and I tell me to listen to you. So you go ahead and talk again. Go ahead, Soldier.
No, I said to you, I never start watching the game until it was 2-0. So I never see 2-0 when I start watching the game.
The first 20 odd minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in the first 20 odd minutes, and I feel for most of the game, defensively, especially down that left side, if it were a better team, chances could have been created. Because go ahead, Marlon.
That's true, man. If you look at it, tell him again, Johnson. I think Johnson playing on the wide side coming up there. The left back is coming up a lot, same overlapping a lot, but
Adrian Simic leaving space behind. There's one time they took a corner and they move Adrian Simic to the left and had one of the rug system, let me call it. Yeah. On the other side. Lots of problems with this. The other thing is that a couple of times when they play the ball back to the goalkeeper, this is a St. Vincent team, according to Soldier, was not pressing. They kick the goalkeeper would get the ball and kick it to the other side where the wing back was under pressure, and they lost it. You can't go and do that against the Mexicos and the USA and the Panamas and even against the Nicaragua. So while it was okay in this game, you can tell that there are some issues defensively and in midfield. I think one of the better, Destiny Powell, and you're right, Soji, they hold on to the ball very long in the middle of the park. But not only that, defensively, they don't win a lot of balls. Yes, they don't win a lot of balls, you know. With a team that wasn't putting them under a lot of pressure.
And that's why and that's why I said I'm not really taking note out of it, because the two opponents for Nicaragua and Jamaica were the strongest. So I think they have a couple more discipline next game against St. Vincent, against St. Kitts. And I think the two keepers that St. Kitts use, they don't cover themselves in no glory at all.
So,
right?
All the game finished, we can believe it when it was 4-0 in the St. Kitts team. Or it finished?
I think 8. Yeah.
8. Okay.
They consider 2 goals in the last 2 minutes.
If Jamaica did discipline Marlon, if Jamaica did discipline yesterday, Jamaica could score at least 14, 15 if they did discipline.
But man, is the thing I see with Nicaragua, they take a lot of long shots from way out, right? And those two, St. Kitts was very, very poor. All the defense are basically on the edge of the 18 box or in the 18.
Okay.
Right?
Oh.
So a lot of ball ricochet come up to the PLM back. Because about 5 of the goals they score, right? Jamaica score a couple serious, but the two keepers was awful.
Yep.
The first keeper got stuck and bring on somebody, the second keeper, which was nothing to write about either. So
yeah.
But I think Jamaica play them physical, and they move the ball slower than Jamaica. They try to build up and pick up the passes, but the captain, is a very good player, and the number 7 for them.
Yeah. All right, Soldier.
The Jamaican captain take a very good free kick. Very good free kick she take.
That was a score nobody.
Yeah?
So the ball goes straight to the goalkeeper.
He shouldn't score.
Soldier, a coach, Soldier, man. You know, should I know that, man?
No, but what I said to you is because the keeper position herself wrong in the first place.
Then how you gonna say a good free kick? Soldier, you cannot say it's a good free kick and then say the keeper position herself wrong.
No, but why you have to say a good free kick? Because I go in at the goal. So that's how I go. You go in at the goal, so I have to say a good free kick.
So anyway,
you never go wide.
So, all right. Who was it scored Mbappe scored for Real Madrid in the first leg, right? I think he was trying to do one of them bicycle kind of volley. And the ball, it went into the back of the net. Was that a good goal?
Hey, listen. You know, the goal scoring, man is man.
Soji, here's what I'm asking you. Mbappe for Real Madrid and Manchester City.
Me never see the game. Because I never watch it. Me say a man you match, me watch, you know. Never watch the game.
Yo, what? Soji, only Manchester United match alone you watch?
Yeah. When Man U play, that's the only time me sit up and watch. Man U alone, me watch, you know. Me hear about when Arsenal and them come past Sky, you know, I have time to watch them unless if them are our big side them are playing. Like Sunday now, me watch Liverpool and Man City. I will watch that game. But me a Man U match when Man U start to go, either me go sleep or me go on the road, you know.
So
if me not got a game in.
So Soldier. So how you know about soccer? Why you used to judge soccer and Salah?
Salah? No man, Mrs. Salah man, because Salah play against. Say I watch match of the day. Me watch match of the day. Them every night. Me make sure I watch match of the day. See best at the game. Then me watch match of the day every night. Me watch when match of the day on weekend. Me watch all the game. That time me sit down and watch match of the day. You watch match of the day. What then show all the. You ever watch match of the day? What then show match of the day?
Yes, Soldier. Soldier,
okay, right. Match of the day. Watch match of the day. That's when me sit and watch. But me now go sit down 90 minutes and watch inside there unless I'm on you.
Soldier, you know that match of the day is where they kind of take the best game and play it. But they don't play all of it.
They don't play all of it, then just play some of it and watch them there.
No,
and see.
No, so
well, Mrs. Salah do because I watch. All right, I watch those. All right, don't get me wrong. You know, if Arsenal playing Man U, Tottenham, Man City, and those teams, I will watch them. But when they playing them Bournemouth and them, I don't watch them.
So you're not being honest when you say you only watch Manchester then?
No. When I say watch all Manchester, but me no. When they play in the big team, I watch them. When they play in the top six big team in the Premier League, I will watch them. Not even if them playing Brighton, me not watch them. Me not watch Arsenal and Brighton.
So Real
against
Madrid,
Liverpool, Man U, Man City.
So Real Madrid versus Manchester City is not a big game then?
Yes, but me not interested in so Man U now play Champions League. Me not interested in a Champions League. I don't even know who will lead the league. I don't even know where I go.
Oh, so you don't watch Champions League now because Manchester United not in it? No,
you don't watch it. So I can't tell you, no Champions League. I never sit down and watch a Champions League for Manchester now play. Never. Watch never watch one I say them. Never.
Me see that give list of all Osimhen and all kind of different kind of player for top 5. How you do that when you talk about top 5 thing and you give all Osimhen and all different kind of name? How you don't watch them? How you do that?
No, because when you look, when you watch, when you follow, you watch something like if you watch the Spanish side, them, I watch Spanish league.
Yeah, just it. Hold on. See, you watch the Spanish.
No, let me say I don't watch Champion League, man. That's what we say to you. I don't watch Champion League.
But you watch La Liga.
Yeah, but I don't watch Champion League. I watch Italian League.
Oh, you watch Syria. You watch.
Yeah.
And you watch La Liga.
I know Man U.
And you watch La Liga. But you don't watch.
As long as them match a show, but me not go watch. Me not go show Man U not play good. Me not go watch them. Me not watch the Premier League team them away from Man U or the top F2 big team like Sunday. Me watch Man U, Man City and Liverpool.
But you watch a lot of you watch a lot of La Liga games.
Yeah, and through Rashford, they Aston Villa now. Me start watch Aston Villa.
Oh, but you say what?
Me start watch Aston Villa because Rashford is there.
You watch Real Betis.
You see, Spanish team them. As me tell you, like if Atletico I play Real Madrid and Barcelona them I play, me watch those type of smaller team them. Me not watch it.
Oh no, man. What I'm saying though is that you see, you watch Aston Villa because of Rashford. So you know what Real Betis because of Anthony.
Like Anthony gone, they know me watch him. Me watch no game with them yet because me see him a score. Me see him a show up on Sky Sports. See him a score, so me watch him.
Okay.
This way where I do down, they become I play for Brazil to become he's a Brazilian fan. So if him a play good, then we get chance to go in a Brazil team.
Okay. All right. Big up yourself in a soldier.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Marlon Lukumo.
Yes, soldier. I hear up that of.
You want to hear up that of you,
Yeah.
You want to
me lose half a dodo, man. Lose half a dodo. Test a carry on seeing way, so me, and run to them. So me want them continue.
Them a carry on where?
They not pay ball still.
No, you have
they not pay for Lime Hall.
No, you have follow them, so now you suppose you can't tell we.
No, we call and find out if they don't a Lime Hall there because me say unseen don't a Lime Hall there too.
Okay, so find out and let you know. Do some research, man. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
All right.
That's Soldier. Let's come in.
All right. That was Soldier.
Yeah, but the JPL going on.
The JPL?
Let's see the big side of set records for record.
Yeah, but the big side are going with all for rotation. I think they might give, because they have such a comfortable lead, they might give a lot of players opportunities, I think, to play. But, just from my observation yesterday, the team looked disjointed because they had
that's what
Kyle Ming wasn't at right back, Sule McCullough was not there, Shakwan was not in goal, Daniel Green did not start. So they made a lot of changes.
They got what, 8 changes from the last game, but
Yeah.
also keep in mind they have a tough game Monday against Mobile, so I think that's understandable.
Yeah. And so, you know, say Clifford and thing there, I think them get them international transfer certificate, but they're supposed to be in the island today, so that means they're not going to be available. But Sean McFarlane looked very solid defensively, but I don't know if they're going to try. I think at some point they're probably going to try and move him to left back because Kai Ming is like, you know,
Kyle C right back.
yeah. So I think if they're going to do anything, they probably put Ming at left back. Daxley also started. I think that is his first start.
I see that as well.
Yeah. In the middle of the park and thing. So I don't know.
What the good thing at top of this team is still keep the base of the team. I'm using comments on
I was Soji a call back. Hold on the man. I was Soji a call. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, no, but Belly, when I try fit hook up with your man, go up on the phone. But Belly.
Hold on, because but Belly, afternoon, man. Are you make Soldier pressure me? Me had back the other center man, Marlon, you know.
Marlon did it too, man.
No, man, Marlon not there, man. When I accept the call, it cut off Marlon, so let me just add him back. And then Jeremy, me soon call you back, right? All right, yeah, Bud Belly. So Soldier. So Belly, we have Bud Belly here, we have Soldier here. All right. So Soldier, I almost think you're a part
Marlon there now, man.
And see Marlon reach back. I almost think you're a part of the conversation last year, you know, because this conversation came up when the players were going to go and play for Limal in the Premier League. Soldier came on and said that we were supposed to watch Dodo because Dodo was this phenomenal player, that one of the best players he had ever seen as a youngster. Like, right? That's what he said. This today over, I kind of said, when he said best players ever seen, he was talking about in St. Anne, right? Because we thought it was general, all right? So he said that, I think Marlon said, if ask him earlier, if Dodo is better than Test, right? Because in that time, he also had Lassie.
Yeah, I have Lassie, Ranto. Have a couple of them. Derek Wilson from Calabar. There's a lot of them.
There you go. Right. Allo and Poo were a little bit younger, right? Because but Allo was there because Allo was in that junior team, because I think that was a team that played against like Kanye Plummer in during that time. But so you go ahead and tell them, because Fabian is on the from Fabian saying I figure I knows you all said that he's on it. But Tete was a little bit older than them. But I know
Tete was in the under 15.
I know about that I have not called yet, you know. That when they were 12, you know, boss, them did way ahead of some of them man where them and I tell them about, you know. Me not call them name yet, you know. Me not bring up them name there, you know. But me have some names of some baller from St. Anne. But when them are 12-year-old, them did way ahead of them man, you know. But you go ahead and them will give you some name.
If me forget some name, but I the same two person I talk about now, Testes and Dodo.
Yeah.
A 10-year-old man, them play better than most of the 12-year-old. At the same time, Imani Beckford was like 9 years old, but Imani Beckford was one of the players who were playing in that 12-year-old group too, you know. But a very good
tell them.
Him age, he was a very good left-sided player. He played him left back most of the time.
Yeah, man,
very
I remember.
Aggressive, very talented. Yeah. But if you match Dodo and Testes is always the one with the more skill, but the one with the left. Don't get me wrong, Dodo have good skill too, you know. But in Kerala, that's a strength. Dodo you can depend on. Because we play matches where we have to draw Dodo from in the middle and put him a centre half and we end up in the game. Play better than the two centre half. The most talented when you could have played different position. You can play wing back, you can play striker role, you can shift him around another field. Testes, you have to keep him in a certain area. That's the difference.
You get some player there when them young. Me I hear about them long time. One name Craig Garden.
Yeah.
Atal Franklin.
I'm like 14. But Betty grew around me.
All right. When Atal Franklin I look at youth, him name a ring out around Jamaica.
Yeah, man, when he start the OG high school, but because what really happened, remember tell you last time, was a tennis player, so maybe have been very close to me. But he love football, but he play better tennis. But because he go to OG high school and the school get involved in the Dakasta Cup, he become a part of the team and him like Lego the tennis a little bit, but the Lego the tennis man improve lead some bounds, you know. Yeah,
Okay.
man, the man come in and watch him.
All right. Yeah, when next player them call?
But may I tell you, man, them say when Dodo at 12-year-old, they call him for the under 15 team at age 12.
That's when the tournament, that's when they play the thing, the man. The parish tournament.
Yeah, right. Like I tell them.
And we lose to Kasafa, we lose the final to Kasafa or something like that.
Well, Soldier says that Dodo alone take it to Kasafa. Me never know say Sentan did lose. No, that is
we beat them up in our match.
Then the manager just
we lose a comeback final to them, man.
But the man
win one. The game win against Kasafa Ensel. The same Derek Wilson win that game. We make a sucker me end up in a Calabar team because they never even know say the coach him the one who die. Why name again?
Bimbo.
You know where you're at, man. You used to coach the Jamaica side.
Oh, coach.
Yeah. My name, but in that coach Calabar at the time.
Waga, David on.
Waga. Yeah, Waga.
Yeah, David on.
Waga, their coach time. So the match where we lose to Kasafa, Waga there again. So the keeper said to me, say, if we can't give him the forward, which was Derek Wilson, I said to him, say, what do you mean give the forward? Because I'm my cousin's son. But I said, what I call him, what do you mean with the forward? Your school him going on. So him say, oh, so I say, Derek Wilson. So him said, the only Derek Wilson know I want hurdle out of school. I said, but him. So I saw me end up start playing Manning Cup too, because I saw Waga draft him from the Kasafa or something. When you lose to Kasafa, they did it. I saw him get drafted.
Okay. Totally understand.
Hey, but
get drafted.
Hey, I remember, when Sentan team and them played the 15-year-old up against the 12-year-old. Listen, this man is man. And a boy go firm coach and then call Stevie, and when I come at, that time Donald, Jackie Walters, the whole of them I come for pick a Jamaica team, And when when we see Mr. Almighty because him kill Dodo, when Dodo move, a whole Jackson pull up, I fence Dodo be
was Jackie Walters and then come Jackie Walters, Downswell
and Spider, all of them come around. Come and select player.
Soldier, so when they give up, you call all man Stiffy and them thing. The people don't know them, Soldier, that we keep on telling you. Soldier don't understand.
No, Soldier don't know them by their real name. Stiffy no name Stiffy. Stiffy name last name Campbell. Him last name Campbell. Not sure I remember his first name, but his last name Campbell. Me know him, man.
Let me tell you, when they come up with the youth footballer, we come through Sentan. We are big baller, Soldier. Betty, because them man they go play national football.
We know Betty good, man.
Soldier. This is me can't take with you. When you talk, me listen to you. You have to make people finish bars. All right? Because, you see, what the only way what matters when you are 12 is what you do when you are 20 and 19. So you see Betty, let me... Man, but boss, you can't take me know Tete, man. Me play against Tete and things. So I'm Fabian. Me know Tete. But me I tell about players where play for national team. Atal Franklin play for Jamaica, boss. Anyway, you go. People know Tete, but when you go now, you hear about Atal Franklin. You see, you like the same one, Craig Gardner, K-man. Some of them call him Paula. Them man they go World Cup brass man with the U team and play Premier League. Then that me I tell you when you talk about Sentan youth, but them man they, you understand me? You have to call those names. You can't come tell me about Dodo because them never matriculate. And the test them never matriculate. Talk about
play them. Dexter Walker, Miller, Wayne Miller, you have to talk about them youth there too. But them a whole man them. Me never coach, me never be a part of them you coaching. But Betty now. Ask Betty who making it call for the Pan Jamaica team.
But what I say?
Me not have to say no. Ask Betty that.
All right,
Ask
Soldier.
Betty.
All right, Soldier.
But Soldier.
In a better era. In a better era, you know. A better era, only like rich kid are like 2 years old.
Yeah, man,
but in a better era, the next kid at Warriors High School, Kazuka Warren, what a much better player than me.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Kazuka Warren is a much better player than me.
Kazuka, that was the ball I watch it. Kazuka.
Yeah, man. Way better. But you just forget the
man. Kazuka the better and better. Kazuka way better and better. So you talk man, Kazuka better and better, you know.
Yeah, there was some very good player at that time, you know.
So, but don't forget Jagan, that boot.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
All right. Jagan is the next one too.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. Jagan is the next one too.
Yeah, there was a real talented youth in that era.
Real talent youth them there.
Yeah.
Them have some talent
So
them
you
there.
don't know no ball, kind of to call Brian White. So relax yourself, who play overseas.
Yeah, but me don't know Brian White up a sharp part, man. I mean, say me don't know, but I mean, some know Brian White. When me talk about man, when me be a part of them coaching history, me ain't a part of them in their coaching.
Management, I want to get history.
Yeah.
But Brian White I played on my team with Tete them, you know.
Yeah.
And Ochi I played Dakar stack up in the team, you know. Me and Mr. the man that did what they had, the Ochi coach.
Mr. Rhodes.
Me ask Mr. Rhodes, oh, this a boy can't play. And Mr. Rhodes said, what boy? And I said, him. Brian White. Why want me him? Come here watch the team. Him better, him younger, but him better than the man there, you know.
Yeah, man.
I know say the man bring the man at the team at almost 15 years old. Him makes him put him in. After that, me get love Mr. Rose. Me not cuss him bad, but I get love him. Time I say, look like you man show up then, man. I'm better than them by far. Because I've Danny Beckford let me know them you there, you know. Yeah, know them, you know. Danny Beckford care about 42 little boy come give me. And say me for coach him, come coach him at evening time. So I ask him come up here, and he said no. But I still go, because I work and go every evening.
But when you could keep at the name, but when you could keep, we used to keep it, when you couldn't keep still, you know, but you went back up, you know, when I keep them time when we have the under, you went a 10-year-old to man, I when I keep 312 side.
You know, I don't remember my name, but I know we have that. What's a couple of them, man? The same look when you call Steve, end up make the team like a front court boy, you know.
Yeah.
But I try, I know my last name, I Campbell. That's why I remember my first name, but I know my last name, I Campbell. And there was good player. What about them? Kasaragi. A lot of them was very good player.
Bimbo.
Hey, I know an ex-youth we come from that center and we was a very good player. We used to go catch when enough man to talk about. Youth named Tegan, you know. I don't know his name, you know.
Who that?
Tegan, man. He look a short boy. Then you come a black star to man.
Oh, Aral Emmons.
That boy a baller, you know.
Yeah, man. That's a Aral Emmons.
That boy a baller when you talk about baller, you know, man. That boy a baller, you know.
Hey, listen, man. Premier League go start, you know. Bobby Reed go play against Ethan Pinnock, you know. Brentford versus Leicester, you know. Hey, Bud Belly, big up yourself. Gervan Harris. What about Gervan?
Yeah, Bojo was the next one.
That's the next one. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Bojo, man.
We got catch up with them, man. Then him and CJ, you know.
Oh, you not call Darren Jackson. Bimbo. Darren.
You have to know, Bimbo was a part of the team, but every Saturday morning, Bimbo missing because I forgot a betting shop. So I have to let go Bimbo, you know. I have to let go restart. So I have to let go Bimbo. Bimbo can't let another bet shop on Saturday morning time.
But you know, say CJ was a very good player too, man, man.
You're going to play, man.
Anyway.
CJ a very good player. What's CJ right name again, bud? Harris? What's CJ right name?
Moncrief.
That was a very good baller to, you know, man.
Moncrief.
We go for him a catch to and can't come and watch it. And me and Bud Belly go farm, 6 farm and watch it, you know. When we come, we say smack them a boy are too bright for we allow them up to finish them at left school at 8:15, you know. At some point, we make 6 farm and watch it, you know. And go catch some years like go people boy them, you know.
Yeah, Deborah Moncrief play.
Deborah Moncrief play for Jamaica, you know.
Yeah, man, play for Jamaica how much time, man. I'll go travel with them. about the foreign man.
Yeah,
All right. Soldier.
Pay for Jamaica.
Soldier. I only have Fabian Duncan now. I put in him name in this. Fabian Duncan.
Yeah, man. Fabian Duncan pay for the team with you, man. One ex-baller that too. I wing back that. They my baller that too. I'm my left back. That is an ex-baller from Brownstone. But he come and watch him, and that's one of the baller that too.
Soldier. The best baller in the team, they apart from Tete Abini, man. The centre back.
Tashneil.
The captain. I mean the captain.
Tashneil, Tamsi attack. No, man, you're a joker. The team and not Tete on the best baller for the team. Ranger. Where Ranger about them, bud?
Anyway,
Ranger, Davian Green.
Yeah.
Davian Green was the best baller for the team there.
Soldier.
When you attack.
Soldier, I know you're in your element right now, but we have to move on from this right now. Big up yourself.
Big up yourself, Fabian Duncan.
Soldier. Tell the bartender to serve your next drink. I'm telling you, you're drunk, you know. Bud Belly. Before you leave, the man, how you get that name of Bud Belly, you know? That look like they say, what is the story behind the Bud Belly?
No story behind the Raymond pie.
We
got dental together, you know. Yeah, man, we got dental together, man. But when like the Doncaster Cup team, a buffet, then feed with buffet style, you know. So when I go a buffet, now when I go make sure I share 2 food for myself. Every time I go, my food enough. So Poggy said to me, say, I must say Bud Belly, you want to have so much food. And everybody catch on to that name, and even at school, everybody call me so.
Okay.
True.
Come out and nothing, everybody's called me so. It's strange. And I eat my answer too. When nobody call me, I answer that name. So a lot of people don't even know me.
Yeah. All right, then big up on yourself, you know. Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Coach Grant, bless up.
But Fabian, you have to big up Fabian, you know, but because a long time you don't think you from Fabian.
Fabian Duncan, man, my boss.
Yeah, man, I boss that, you know. Baller that, you know, man, is man.
Yeah, man.
My boss,
Bud Belly and Gongo Belly. What kind of Gongo? Anyway,
I'm in charge of that.
No, Gungo Belly.
Yeah,
Gungo Belly.
Gungo Belly. Okay, Gungo Belly. All right.
Yeah, man.
Bless up. All right. Yeah, man. All right, there you go. Hey, some local center and football history right there. So we get Jermaine and then we're moving. Jermaine was trying to call. See if we can get him back online. And then listen, Man of Steel. We have a message from one umbrella, you know. Oh, Jermaine, what going on? I get Jermaine. What going on? Mr. Jermaine that try call. Let's see if we can try again. See what I'm going with this now. Yeah. Yes, sir. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I'm me same one, man. Jeremy. Man, brother. Oh, yeah, brother, soldier, so man. Jesus. Yeah. Brother. That's so true, but it's a brother soldier, brother.
Soldier,
right. You know, man. That's how so we can leave it alone. Yeah, man. No, man. You know, it listen to them, man. You know, when Marlon come on and thing, man. You know? Brother, you can't be people got with me to that, man. But I saw Jimmy that call for mess. I saw Jimmy that call for trouble, man. You know? Everything good otherwise?
Yeah, man. We're good, man.
Question to you. The under 20, right? That did not qualify, right? You know, we're gonna move past it. Are we gonna do the same thing again, like, you know, like have them in a pre-camp like 6-7 months before, like we did, which I think is a good thing. This is a step in the right direction.
I don't, you know that I am not sure. Like,
even
what is the plan going ahead?
I think it was a good. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I don't know what is going to be the plan going ahead.
Or the under 20. I think it was a good thing, even though we actually failed, but I see the improvement, right? You know, we didn't put that team together 3 weeks, you know, before the tournament. But it's sure that we have some work to do, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think that we should give up, right? Keep on doing what we're doing. Have a team together for a while. We just cannot be discouraged. All right?
yeah. Man, I am sure sports, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Mr. Ali. I'm not sure at all, boy.
No, man, I think it was a good thing, man. We cannot be discouraged by it, man. Even though we fell short, there was some promising stuff. We just cannot give up. And it's a step in the right direction because previously is a game next week and a last month, right? And we put a team together. That can't work. So we just cannot be discouraged by this. It's just keep doing what we're doing and get better at it. You understand? Get much better at it. Yeah, man, I'm my piece that, man. All right, happy Friday.
Man. Yeah, man. Bless up yourself. Bless up yourself. I appreciate it.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man. All right, man.
Yeah, man. Respect. Yeah.
All right, so people, listen. Appreciate it so far. We're doing well. We're at 88 likes, We can get it to 100, quick and fast if you just hit the like button. All right. We got a new subscriber as well for this show. So big up yourself, new subscriber. And we need 4 more super sticker or super chats before we close, and we're going to close in like 9 minutes. All right. And this is a matter that most of you know that Brian Mighton, man of steel, long time. My virgin, we talk offline. We not least one group that we communicate together, but outside of football, we communicate, you understand me? You do have a lot of respect for, very respectful man of integrity. All right, and the YouTube space I've met Mr. United, Dub Hub, One Umbrella. All right. I've tried to help him as best as I can because anybody who wants to help with football in Jamaica, and I can do anything to facilitate that, I always do my best to do that. So I have kind of been a listening ear, give advice where I can, and if there's a way that I can make connections, I've helped. I don't have any personal issues with either of them. I relate to both of them at different levels. All right. So there's an ongoing issue. Well, I don't know if it's an issue in one person's head, but at least in one of the person's head, they believe that it's an issue that needs to be resolved. A message was sent on the platform earlier with an apology. It was in a super chat. I think this is it. It says Huntley Dixon, president and founder that should be of One Umbrella Sports, want to publicly say sorry for the sensitive things that was said to you. Please accept my apology and hope we can move forward. All right. And so that was really to Brian Mighton. I don't know if he saw it at the time or he'll see it afterwards. And people can, so let me just give this. And I think I kind of alluded to how I believe Military Guna and Mr. Butler should resolve their situation. So we have a call as well. Just hold on, caller. Let me just do this, right? So where this is concerned, what I'll say is that One Umbrella, you have publicly apologized, privately apologized. All right. But what was said cannot be unsaid. So the man, Brian, says he has no hard feelings against you. He has read the apology. He has received the apology. And he says, listen, leave it alone. He says, okay, fine. Leave him alone. You stay in your lane. He doesn't want to relate to you. He doesn't want to have any business, professional dealings with you, right? He wants you to avoid him because he's avoiding you. All right. So if you have apologized, you have done the right thing. He says apology accepted. So I would say leave it alone because he doesn't need you to do what he needs to do and you don't need him. So my word now is that leave it alone. He says it's done. It is done. He's not trying to. I know him personally. He will not do or say anything to jeopardize your brother. I know him. I know him outside of the YouTube space. He's not going to do anything at all to sabotage you. He would not do that. He's not that kind of a person. You have chosen a good path, which is you have admitted you're wrong and you have apologized. You can't do anything more. But not because you apologize mean that the man have a right to talk back to you, you know. Because it's not everybody says sorry, me I go talk back to them. It's not everybody says sorry to you, I go talk back to them. All right. So forgiveness don't necessarily mean restoration of the friendship or the relationship. So I'm saying, just leave it alone. You do what you're supposed to do, and he has chosen that path which he believes is best for him. Just leave it right there. Right? Just leave it right there. And I'm not going to, that is what I'll say to both of you. Right? So when you come on a platform and you see him, don't engage him. Right? Don't engage him. All right? Because he's not going to engage you. And so let this be a learning lesson for you, that in the midst of being upset or angry, be careful what you say. YouTube is a space that things can be recorded. Leave it alone. Just leave him alone and let it be. You're a big man, he's a big man. If him don't want anything to do with you, leave that alone. So that's where I'm at with that. I hope that ends this and I don't hear about it again. You understand me? Because I talk to you, I try to help you with what you're doing, and Brian and I have a relationship. And you understand me? I'm not going to, unless you do me something personal that I think me need to stop talking to you. I'm not that kind of a person. I'll still deal with you. I'm still deal with Brian. But we have behind the scenes who have just come on the scene, aka before the game, aka man from Trinidad and Tobago, aka man who don't believe that soccer is world class, aka change the argument, aka Andre. What's going on?
I know what's going on, manager. I know you just preside in your other life. You just preside over baptism and christenings and all that kind of stuff.
You never know me preside over madness.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, how you doing?
I am giving thanks, man. How you doing?
It couldn't be better.
I don't know. There was a multiplicity of things that have been said on the platform today. I hope. Let me hear what you want to challenge me and say. Is that the U20 team? How did Trinidad do?
No. I want you to the team. I think for now I'm gonna leave that for you all to chop up. I have to be mindful because sometimes observations are treated like criticism, and for the time being I'll leave that one. But what I call you about is the conversation that was going on earlier
with Saka
about the players, with Saka and others and who's world class. I think. Oh, well, let me ask you this. Do you think we can have those discussions and share our opinion as opposed to sharing the opinion of others? So, like somebody called in and mentioned Fabricio, right? Fabricio, is it possible that an opinion on soccer or on football or on anything could come out of the Caribbean and be valid? Or do we always have to regurgitate the opinion of these guys?
Oh, no, of course.
Well, it doesn't sound like it. That's why I'm raising it now.
So what you say? So let me try to see if I can understand you. Like, the people should listen to your opinion more than Fabricio Roman's opinion.
No. We all can have opinion. You can share yours. Everybody can share their opinion. We don't always have to be discussing the opinion of others. You understand what I'm saying? We can have our own opinion too.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
And that happens often, and it happens also. I think it's happening also in the decisions that we make regarding football. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I call you for. I don't want to debate.
Listen, I agree with you. That I'm going to give you a good example, right? So one of the persons who worked with like, you know, where Miami Dolphin plays, right? He's a Jamaican who lives in Jamaica, you know, who does the same thing a lot in North America in terms of surfaces, you know. Very good at it, you know, turf and all of those things. And you know that he has never been engaged by any of the sporting groups in Jamaica to do anything yet. Never. But he has done it. He has done like laid grass and those things and surfaces for private entities in Jamaica. And people look at it and say, wow, who did this? And he's a Jamaican living in Jamaica, you know, and works more on those things in North America than in Jamaica. What is the point I'm making? You're right that sometimes we don't take the opinion of locals, whether that be local in the different islands or even the Caribbean people and persons. But I would say that in this particular thing on soccer, I agree with Fabrizio Romano's opinion over yours.
But that's okay. You can agree with his opinion. that's okay. That's okay. You can agree with his opinion because it supports your opinion. But you know, I think sometimes we can generate original thought, and I think we have the capability to do that. We have people that we like education. We like, you know, we believe in qualification.
But let me pick your brain.
Sometimes.
Let me pick your brain. What makes Saliba world class and Saka not world class?
I didn't call it to have that discussion. I didn't call it to have that discussion.
What are your parameters for determining that someone is world class?
What are the parameters for determining that somebody is world class? I mean, there's a number of things. To begin with, world class is subjective, right?
Is it subject? But it can also be objective. If you have criteria, then it becomes. If you put criteria that everybody agree on.
Right, that's the first thing, and we never had those in these discussions, right? We never had those in these discussions, right? Everybody just talked without context, and I think
you're reading comments, don't it? You're reading comments, but you're not paying attention to me. But you're reading comments.
No, I'm paying attention to you. Look, there's a number of things when you talk about world class. When you talk about world class, you know, there's first to begin, when you talk about players performing at the highest league in the world, right? That in itself is subjective for some people, right? Some people say it's England, some people say Spain. Some people say England is the best marketed league, right? So right away we run into we could run into problems there. When it comes to English players, I think Bellingham is the closest to world class. I think he's not there, but he's on his way there. I think he's going to get there. I have a hard time putting anybody else in that bracket. That's like, for me, that's like wearing the number 10 shirt. You just don't give the number 10 shirt to anybody.
It's Saliba world class.
Is Saliba world class? I would say he's on his way there. He has done very well. He's been consistent. He's been consistent in his performances. You know, he's still very young, but he has considerable impact in Arsenal games. I think that's important, and he does it consistently. I think his peers see him as world class, and these guys.
So what has Bellingham? So Bellingham, you said that is what has Bellingham done?
I think he's closest. And look, again, I have my opinion. I think Bellingham, as an English player, he's done what very few has done. David Beckham to be one of them. He has left home. I think a lot of the English players stay in the comfort zone and they perform there, and they never allow themselves to be tested in another environment where there would be adversity. So he's gone to Spain. He's learned to talk Spanish. He's away from home. He's in a different environment, and he's finding his way. So and I think that is important.
Is Harry Kane world class?
At the moment,
Yes,
I know I wouldn't say so at the moment.
You see now, what has a Hurricane ever been world class?
Hold on.
No. All right, you say at the moment,
Hurricane,
no.
yeah, he has been a world class striker.
When? Where was he? Where was he when he was world class?
While playing for Tottenham. Now you can't take here's what you do that is a little bit problematic. Every time somebody give you a criteria, you take that criteria in isolation. You cannot do that.
I remember, I have not said.
Yeah, you just
No. I have no. I have not. I have not made a statement. I've asked question. All I did was ask you if Hurricane is world class. You said not at the moment, and then I asked you at what point of his career, and you said when he played for Tottenham. I have not said that he's world class or not world class.
Okay, but here what you do. I'm in the middle of making a point.
Oh, I didn't know you were finished. Sorry, go ahead.
Hold on, and you throw someone in there, right? And we all could draw the line and say, okay, so if leaving home is a criteria, Harry Kane never left home, so he's not world class. I know you argue about management.
No, but Harry Kane is not at home, so that would not be the. But go ahead.
No, no, I think, and again, we giving my opinion, right? I'm not giving Fabrizio's opinion, right? So I think all of these things add up, and I think if Bellingham continues to perform in the space that he's in, he will eventually get there. He will eventually get there. He's already winning stuff. He's performing week in and week out, and he's doing it in an adverse environment. I mean, not everybody could go to Spain. A lot of players haven't done it.
You don't think you don't think that when Saka came into this Arsenal team and what he has done as a young player is as impactful as what Jude Bellingham has been doing in a Real Madrid team that is better?
I wouldn't say so. Saka really? Has been hold on. Saka has been impactful, but Bellingham has been different, and his contribution has led to silverware.
No, fine. So here's what I'm asking. You believe that Bellingham's contribution to Real Madrid is greater in the last 5 years than Saka's contribution to Arsenal?
Okay, so let me say this to you. I am not disputing whether or not Saka is a very good footballer.
Yeah, you are disputing whether he's the world class or not.
Yeah, right, that's what I'm discussing, and I don't think he's there yet.
All right, so tell me the right wingers in the world who are who are the right wingers in the world who are world class? Give me 4 right wingers who are world class.
But they give you a lot this morning,
no,
Mo Salah.
I want you. Mo Salah, 1. I agree.
Yeah, Mo Salah. Mo Salah is world class. You don't need more than 1.
No. Oh, no, man.
As far as, hold on. You don't need 5. As far as right now in this moment, Mo Salah is above Saka.
I agree.
Mo Salah is a he's a world class winger. And
I agree. But here's what I'll say to you. What Saka is doing at this age, Mo Salah was not doing.
What Saka is doing at this age,
Mo Salah was not doing at this age.
We're gonna have to look at that closer, because he didn't have the opportunity to. Chelsea run him off. He didn't have the opportunity, and when he got the opportunity, he took it. Saka has been given a platform from very early.
Why was he able to stay on the platform though? It's not like people talk like Mo Salah never played at Chelsea. He played and the coach thought he was not good enough for what the coach wanted to do.
But that's one person's opinion, and the coach is wrong.
Fine.
The coach is wrong.
Fine.
Because now he's world class.
Fine. But but maybe he was not world class at that place at that time.
Right, but hold on. No. He was a young player. He couldn't be world class, but they got it wrong with Lukaku.
No.
They got it wrong with Kevin De Bruyne.
That is why. No, man. I don't want to go over all of those things. I don't want the discussion to go to all of those players now about the point, because the point I am making is that Salah got a platform and you said a coach make a mistake. I'm saying fine, I agree with you. I don't need to go over all the other mistakes. Saka got a platform And from he has gotten that platform, he has never looked back. No matter what coach came in.
And that is great. Yeah, we're not going to fight that. Yeah, that's what he was supposed to do.
So whatever he was supposed to do, regardless of who the coaches were, he took the opportunity and he has made the most of it. All right. Now, if you say to me that the only world-class right winger in the entire world is Salah, then I would say cool, because you're only picking one person in that position.
Right.
And if that is your criteria, is there can only be one world-class right winger in the world. If that is your criteria, fine.
No. Hold on. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I didn't say there can only be one. I said I don't need to name more than one because he's above Saka.
But we never argued if he's above Saka. We named Salah above him.
So I am naming one. Okay, take a look at this. Let's take a look at this.
So here's what I'm asking you to do.
Let's take Lamine Yamal. He's way younger than Saka. Right? He has done at his age what Saka wasn't doing when Saka was that age.
Really? Was Saka playing? What was Saka playing?
He won Euros. He won Euros.
Hold on, what I'm saying now. Hold on. When Saka was Yamal's age, Lamal's age, where was he playing? When he came into the Arsenal team?
I don't understand the question. I mean, where was he playing?
When Saka came into the Arsenal team as a player,
tell me the point you're making.
Saka was playing left back for Arsenal, right? He was not selected in the England team.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When he got selected into the England team, that team went to the finals and lost on penalties to Italy. Am I right? And he was voted as one of the best young players in that entire tournament and was even seen as the man who took many people were upset because of the criticism after that tournament because he missed the penalty. One of the penalties. I don't know if you remember that. But he was one of the most influential English players in his first tournament. So Lamal won with Spain and had an impact with Spain. Right? So you win the World Cup, but maybe it's because your entire team was bigger than the English team. Because you won the World Cup. So is it fair because England did not win the World Cup to devalue Saka's contribution to the English team in the World Cup? And then go ahead.
No, but as an individual, you could never diminish his contribution. But at the end of the day, the outcome is the outcome, right? Do you agree that Saka, since he's come on the scene, that he's been consistent at both club level and international level?
Saka?
Yeah.
Of course. For 5 years, he has been consistent. Consistent, of course, is relative. Because being consistent don't mean that there is not moments where you don't have a bad game. Because Yamal has had bad games.
The argument that he's world class, I think it's premature. But
I could also say to you, based on the body of work of
because
Yamal,
you have to make a, and we can't argue that.
I'm going to tell you why this is dangerous precedence you're setting, because if we're going to go there, I will say to you, the abysmal performances of Brazil team in the last 6 years would say that there's not one world-class Brazil player. So don't tell me about Vinicius Jr., who has failed Brazil in every tournament that he has represented Brazil. Many people will tell you. From qualifiers to thing there, Copa America, to whatever, to World Cups. Rodrigo, Rafinha, these guys have have been atrocious for Brazil. But when you look at his Real Madrid form, you say that, man, he's the world best left winger. He's world class.
So here what? If that's your argument, I would accept that argument if you would agree that Saka is not world class as a result of your argument.
No, boss, I don't agree with you.
You see,
no, I don't agree with you because that's your argument.
No, because look,
your argument and my argument are reconciling. But you know, Badger is right though. Badger says that what you do is you wait until the show is about to end to call in. You understand me? To have these conversations because you know, management going to have to say I have to run, you know. And you want the people to believe that you did well in the conversation. When it is not really so, you know, so you wait.
Okay, I'll call you earlier next time. but I can't. I have to call you when the conversation is void of emotion, you know.
No.
But you know.
Yeah.
Well, look. You say there's a whole saying, and we're not gonna take this down the road, but you know what you do for a living, and they say in life you must forgive and forget, right?
Yeah, but you can forgive and not forget.
I
don't agree. I don't agree with forgiving and forgetting. I agree with forgiving and not using it against the person. But that don't mean you have forgotten it, because it's hard for you to forget the pain that people cause you, but you may not use the pain that people cause you against them. That is what I'll say.
Well, what I have found,
yes,
if people cause you pain, and I don't know if it's deliberate or if it's just I tend to kind of move past it, and it don't cause me any pain. I don't feel stress. I don't feel, you know, and if somebody wants to say hello, they can say hello and we move on. I have a friend from Jamaica. The other day I was on the football field, and a guy who has not been nice over the years came over to say hello, and he said, why you even talk to him? Why you even talk to him with the way he is behaving? And he said that because 2 days before there was a situation at one of the games in Jamaica that we were talking about. And I was saying that could have been handled different.
Yeah.
And he was telling me that I should have done the same thing that was done at that game. And I said, but just imagine, right? And see me behave like that as a leader in the community. How would they perceive that? So as we're not spending time in the same space, eating and drinking, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the streets, because I think it's safer. So that's my contribution to that, because we can't just so we ain't got nobody to talk to because it's easy to get offended, you know. It's very, very easy to get offended.
Yep. All right, so we need to talk about this tomorrow. I'm going to get Freddy Butler on tomorrow, after the Arsenal game. Of course, though I will not be seeing world-class soccer.
And when you talk to Gunner's boss, tell Gunner's boss it's good to argue against the argument and not the person.
I think Gunner's boss is listening to you.
I know he's listening. Argue against the argument and not the person. There's a saying about that. I'm not going to do that to him right now.
Yeah.
But if he continues to argue against the person,
we'll get there. All right, best of luck.
Yeah, we'll get there.
How did Trinidad female? How did the game go?
Which game?
Their under 20 game.
Under 20, Trinidad is playing later today.
Okay.
Right now, Haiti is playing Antigua.
Still 1-0?
And no, it's 3-1 right now. Haiti started a little bit slow. Understand they just traveled yesterday.
Yeah.
But Antigua started really fast. They scored first. They're pretty athletic and you know, is putting up a fight, but he you know, Fong Leon, and
Yeah, man.
I think they're gonna go on and win this one quite easily.
All right then. Yeah, man. All right, blessings, my brother.
All
We'll
right,
talk.
give
Yeah.
thanks.
All right. So people, finally, and then we're going to close up. Brian Might, and this is from Brian Might. On a point of order, Mannings, I have not accepted any apology. I don't need any apology. I just wish to be left alone. He's okay and I am okay. We're good. All is well. That ends well. Please ask that person who is One Umbrella, Dub Hub, or Mr. United to stop giving out my number to others and stop contacting my wife. Okay, whoa, that sounds serious. We want nothing to do with him professionally or otherwise. Simple. Do not ask anyone to contact us on his behalf. Dub Hub, Mr. United, One Umbrella. This is clear. My word to you is desist from making contact with the man. This is tantamount, if it continues and persists, to harassment, and someone even says stalking. Leave it alone and let the truth wins out. I am Manningsman. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And before we go, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Brain Drain, what's going on? I haven't seen you or heard from you in a while. Let me know what's going on, my friend. Let me know. All right. But our management, this has been I Am Sure Sports. And you know, when it comes to the end of our shows, we say we are over and we are OUT out of here.